5 points is a coward. Do you know that? 5 points is a coward, and you want to know why I know this? Because he's not here again. He is out in Arizona enjoying the company of friends and going to baseball games while he is not admitting the truth, and that is that the Penguins are on the brink of taking the Rangers out of the playoffs. Where is he? He's MIA. No, I am not a fan of that. That is uncomfortable. That is uncharismatic, and that is dishonorable in every single way. Welcome to Game 5. I didn't think I'd be doing even Game 3 or 4, but here we are. Penguins have a 3-1 series lead. Shockingly, have a 3-1 series lead. I'm not taking anything for granted because if you remember, back in 2014, I believe it was, the New York Rangers came back from a 3-1 series lead, but that Pens team had little depth, and they were not good. They were bailed out by Heintown, and Dan Bilesma was a terrible, terrible coach, and it was a good thing that he was fired. But we do have big news from the New York Rangers front. In case you haven't known, Ryan Lindgren is back in the lineup. So Lindgren Fox is back in, even though Lindgren is going to be limited. They're rolling with 7 defensemen. So Patrick Nemeth is still in the lineup. Dryden Hunt is a healthy scratch. So you're rolling with, once again, the same lines as last time. Kreider, Zibanejad, Vetrano, Panarin, and Strome-Kopp, Lafreniere, Hedel, Kakko, and then Rooney and Reeves as extra forwards that'll be on here and there probably for penalty killing and give some rest to the 3 lines. They are going full defense mode once again because it's been a disaster. It has been a complete disaster in their own zone, and if you're still playing Patrick Nemeth, I don't know if that's a good thing. Justin Braun's in a position where he's a lot better. Braun's a third-pairing defenseman, not a first-pairing, so that works out with Schneider. Miller and Trouba still remain. Lindgren back with Fox. Penguins lineup, no changes. Guentzel, Crosby, Rust, Heinen, Malkin, Kapanen on line 2. The third line, Jason Zucker, Big Daddy, Jeff Carter, and Brock McGinn. Fourth line, the veteran Brian Boyle, the smooth Teddy Bluger, and the unsung Evan Rodriguez. Defensive pairing still the same. Matheson, Letang, Patterson, Marino, Friedman, Ruedel, and King Louis Domingue with spicy pork and broccoli once again going in net. A couple news features from the Penguins, if you haven't heard as well. Ricard Raquel is in full practice. He still has to get cleared. I'm guessing he'll be back either Game 6 or 7 if it goes that far, or round 2. Tristan Jarry is also taking skating, limited morning skates as well. So he may be back for round 2, maybe Game 7 if it goes that far. I doubt it, though, so this is Domingue's round all the way to that point. But we are back at MSG where the Rangers have played much better than they did at, the place of hell. But we did have that triple overtime game in Game 1. Game 2 was a outright blowout from the Rangers. That's what we expected, a 1-1 series tie. And then we went to PPG Paints Arena where the Penguins scored a touchdown in both games. 7 goals apiece. It was ugly. Shesty is back in net again for the Rangers. So hopefully, the We Want Igor chants will go up to all the good stuff. That's all I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for the good stuff. I'm hoping for the beautiful stuff. Double-fisted terrible towel. I'll do the double-fisted terrible towel. We got to give it time. We can't get ahead of ourselves. Remember, you are not safe until you win 4 games. You still have hope until you lose 4 games. That's the rule of the playoffs. Every game is a different game, and that is the important part. I don't want to get ahead of myself because, once again, I have no expectations. So I'm not afraid, but at the same time, you got to finish him off. That's the key that great playoff teams do. The New York Rangers are entering the ice right now with the backs against the wall. Do they find that next gear? Do they achieve their potential and use this as the adversity to get to the next plane? Or do the Penguins finish them off with their veteranosity and experience? And do the Penguins force the New York Rangers to look back at the drawing board and see what they need to fix? Welcome, everyone, once and again, 175 people before the stream even starts. I am hoping 5 will show up. I'm not sure, though, mostly because, once again, he's in Arizona. He's taking care of some personal business, probably regarding a baseball trip we're taking in June. I could not partake because I'm actually doing some personal stuff here, and I'm going on vacation next week, so I wouldn't have been able to go. So otherwise, that's where he is right now. And 5 Fuck you, buddy. I did want to say as well, the Penguins will score. Bring on the spicy pork and broccoli. Ice Yinzers will close out the series tonight. I had General Tso's chicken. That's close. General Tso's is more of a sweet and sour, not really a spicy, I would say. I had pork for dinner. I don't know if it was spicy pork. It was with Montreal seasoning. I grilled it a couple days ago, most of some leftovers. And also some caramelized onions and mushrooms, the good stuff. A couple meatballs. You know, got to fill up for that Penguins hockey. Got to get that energy to build the wind of the terrible towels and get that up. That's what you got to do, my friends. That's what you got to do. Spicy pork, all the late. Oh, Kings fans. Edmonton shouldn't have been close in that game. High-end talent nearly bailed them out. But at this point, if the Oilers rob us of another Battle of Alberta, I will never forgive them. I will never forgive them as much as Tampa Bay for destroying the stale memes that Toronto losing could do. And I mean, to be fair, I had Toronto winning that series anyway, but I mean, come on. First round exit Toronto, that was one of the grandest stale memes we ever had. And the fact that we lost those memes, I'm going to cry, and it's not going to be fun. They're hoisting the colors up at MSG. JD in the straight shot will probably do the national anthem, knowing James Dolan. James Dolan owns the Rangers. It's not out of reality. Bald man is really scared, Red Rhino. He is really scared. He did duck out the closing game. Unless he's thinking he'll be back on Friday. Oh, by the way, no clickbait tomorrow. Brandon's going to be on vacation too, as well as 5 coming back. So we're doing no clickbait, and then I won't be here the next week because I'm on vacation, but I may have something cooking for it. Stay tuned. Don't worry. We'll be getting bald salt. I'll make sure there is plenty of bald salt for you. Is my mic off? Oh, it's doing the Camlink 4K. Yeah, I thought I'd always my digital. Okay, now we should be good. How's my mic now? We good? Yep, we're good, man. Spartan win for 5 bones. Penguins should crush the Rangers tonight to punish the bald man. Dude, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you, my friend. I hope for all of our sakes that the Penguins just teabag them like it's a game of Halo 1 in 2001 that you're playing with your friends. Starters for the Rangers, Kreider, Zibanejad, Vetrano, Miller, Trouba, and Shesty. Penguins starting lineup. Anything yet? No. Are you ready? Probably Guentzel, Crosby, Ross, Matheson, Letang, and Domingue. Mainly the typical stuff, I would say. Nothing truly outstanding. Penguins need some depth scoring. Rangers need somebody to show up, especially on team defense. Cowardliness is a face, and it is very, very, very bald. Man. Beast of Metal 1989 for 10 bones. 5 points went to the demonic pit known as Arizona. At least he had a front row seat to the final destruction of the Morello cult. Hopefully he didn't get sucked into hell with them. He went to Chase Field, so he may have. I cannot confirm nor deny that. If his Twitter is any indication, that's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say about that. I don't know if there's anything else that I can really confirm or deny. Not really optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic because once again, you still got to win that 4th game. And yeah, I feel bad that the gloves Marlowe got for breaking Howard's game played record had a horrible typo in the wrong Leafs logo. Oh, jeez. Oh, they did the old Leafs logo instead of the new one. Come on, that's Marlowe. He's a great player. I know he didn't win a cup, but whatever. Mr. 5 is taking care of business. Well, personal and business. It's a little both because he's enjoying himself there too. It's a little of both, Taylor. I mean, if it's like that, then 5 comes back, enjoys the salt. Opening face-off underway from MSG. The Rangers win it. It's going to be taken to Trouba. Trouba skates behind, moves it back over to Zibanejad, dumps it in on the side. Goes back to Louis Domingue. Spunks it over the right-hand side. It's going to be captured by the Penguins. Dump it in the zone. Goes back to Zibanejad. Zibanejad is intercepted by Crosby. Crosby is straight out of the middle. It's poke checked away as Matheson grabs it behind. Shesterkin is going to grab it. There may be a penalty on the Rangers. On top. People are booing. Got an elbow and a slash. Looks like Trouba may be going to the box for an elbow.
2 penalties right now as well. 2 penalties right now. So I'm trying to figure out the penalties right now. It looks like it's Kreider's going for slashing, and I'm trying to figure out what the other penalty is. Trouba for misconduct. We are immediately on a 5-on-3. Huge test for the New York Rangers. Trouba got the elbow. He elbowed them right in the face towards the boards. Very dangerous situation. I'm surprised that it's only 2. Penguins in the offensive zone, a chance to go for the kill if it's going to be crucial. Guentzel moves it back over to Letang. Letang back to Malkin, right-hand side. Malkin waits. Malkin throws it back over to Rust. Rust back to Letang. Letang looks back, moves over to Rust. Rust tries to look for a hole, can't, goes back to Letang, back to Malkin. Malkin skates back to the blue line. Blue line back to Crosby. Crosby goes back to Malkin. Malkin skates back up center, moves back to Rust, back to Letang. Letang tries to shoot it, can't get it out. Rangers clear. 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the penalty kill. And Letang is going to come back and recover. 19 minutes left in the first period. Power play's kind of big. Letang moves back over, comes back to Guentzel. Guentzel moves back in, tries to juke, unfortunately loses the puck. Goes back to Guentzel. Malkin tries to recover, and it gets out of the back, and it's going to be offsides on the Penguins. Bit rough start on the penalty kill, unfortunately. Not looking good so far, Pens. Not looking good, and we got a 25 bone, by the way. The puck is dropped. Pens going to win Game 5. Everything's coming up, Penguins. Seriously, are we only 1 win away from grounds 2? Dude, I'm surprised as you are. I am absolutely surprised as you are. Here we go. Malkin wins the face-off in his own zone. Takes it back, moves it back behind for Crosby. Ben's trying to set it up, moves it back over to Rust. Rust back over to, that was to Rust. Goes back to Guentzel. Guentzel back to Malkin. Malkin goes to Crosby at the point. Malkin looks back. Malkin shoots, blocked by the Rangers. Malkin back to Crosby. Crosby skates to the right-hand side blue line. Malkin back to Letang. Letang at the point. Moves back to Crosby. Crosby moves back over to, it looks like Russ. He misses the pass. Russ moves back over, tries to get it back, corrals it behind to Malkin, goes to Letang. Letang, quick shot, and it's gloved in the air by Shesty. 39 seconds left on a 5-on-3. And everyone's saying, Igor. No. Everyone wants Igor. No Igor. You're supposed to blow it. I mean, to be fair, he was garbage in Pittsburgh. He did really well in New York. Crosby's going to take the face-off against Kopp in the neutral zone. Back in the face-off, Guentzel wins it. Goes back to Malkin, back to Crosby. Crosby right-hand side, back to Malkin. Malkin skates, flips over with Letang, moves back over to Crosby behind the net. Recovers his own rebound, goes back to Letang, over to Malkin. Malkin winds and fires off the pad of Shesterkin. Penguins recover again. It's going to be taken by the Rangers. Kopp with, looks like in the offensive zone with Miller on speed. Kopp's going to take it back, moves over, passes back behind. The Rangers are going to kill the penalty. A huge break after a terrible undiscipline in the situation. Couple looks by the Penguins, nothing too much there, but the Penguins are going to recover. Big Jeff Carter moves into the zone, skates with fury behind the net, intercepts it behind the zone, recovered by Matheson in the zone, on offsides. Kapanen has it back, moves over to Carter, blocked off, goes back to Kapanen. And it looks like no, not another penalty, actually. It's not a penalty. It's going to be recovered by Kapanen. No, it's actually going to be taken by the Rangers coming in with speed. Dumped into the zone where they can get a line change. Marino recovers behind. Marino dumps it back in over to Kapanen. Kapanen flicks it over towards the zone where it's recovered by Schneider. Schneider goes back over. It's going to be taken back in the Penn zone. Marino has it now. Marino skates. Moves it over to the Penguins where it's going to be deflected into the Ranger zone. Boyle now in. Goes aggressive into the zone. It's going to be taken by Ruido. Misses the pass. Goes back to Panarin. Rangers have speed and numbers. It's going to be dumped in with Lafreniere giving chase. Friedman has it. Goes back over to Bluger. Bluger has it behind the net. Bit of a scrum going on right now. Bluger comes out with it. It's going to be taken by Boyle. It's going to be recovered, and it's going to miss the pass, and it's going to go back into the Rangers zone. No icing call, though. And it's going to be recovered by Keandre Miller. Miller goes over to Vetrano. Vetrano skates with fury, moves back over. Vetrano, quick wrist shot. It's going to be wide. Moves back over to the Rangers. Vetrano recovers, flicks it towards net. The Penguins are going to clear it. It's going to be taken back by Carter. No, the Rangers are going to actually get it now. It's going to be taken back over to Kakko. Kakko has it back to Hedel. Rangers are in a bit of an aggressive zone right now. It's going to be dumped, and that'll be no icing. It's going to be near a body. Shesty corrals it behind his net. It's going to be taken by, I believe that's Lindgren. Lindgren dumps it into the zone. Taken by Marino in the back end. Flicks it back over to the side. Back to Guentzel. Guentzel whiffs on the pass. Rangers keep it in the zone. Marino recovers it back behind his net. Marino has it now, flicks it back over to Crosby. Crosby flips it back over to Guentzel. It's going to be taken back by Panarin. Panarin goes back over to, I believe that is Reeves, and it'll be dumped into the zone. Domingue corrals behind, back to Ruedel. Ruedel waits and holds 15-20 in the first. Rangers killed off a huge penalty if you came in late. Ruedel flicks it back into the zone. Shesterkin recovers back behind his net. Rangers coming back with numbers. Zibanejad leading the way under center. Zibanejad flips it back to Vetrano. Vetrano blocked off by Domingue. Miller flicks it back into the zone. Goes over to Vetrano. Vetrano has it to Zibanejad. Zibanejad tries to clear it behind, can't. It's going to be taken back by the Rangers. Vetrano moves it back over to Trouba. Back to Vetrano. Vetrano moves back to Kreider. Kreider back to Zibanejad behind the zone, where it's taken by Malkin behind the net as he lost coverage. It's taken by Kapanen. Kapanen skates up with Heinen. Heinen was shot, and it's blocked off by Shesty. It's going to be taken by Letang. Letang flicks it into the zone. It's going to be taken by Trouba. Trouba moves over to Panarin. It's going to be met by Rodriguez, but he's going to clear it out of there. It's intercepted by the Penguins. Letang shot blocked off by Shesty. And it's going to be cleared out. I believe that was off a body. Rough turnover again for the Rangers. 14-20 left in the first. 5 points is actually busy right now. That's the problem. Alex Dorio eat Oreos as a pregame snack. Broke out. Actually tried spicy pork and broccoli. Broke out in a rash, and it turns out I'm allergic to one of the spices. Oh, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry, man. I am sorry to hear that. Face off in the Rangers zone. Carter against, I believe that's Kopp. And the Rangers are going to have to flip out. It's going to be Strome in the circle now. Penguins have spoiled some good chances. Schneider has it now, flicks it back into the mid zone. Back over to Letang, back to Matheson on the left-hand side. Goes over center. It's going to be intercepted by the Rangers. It's going to be taken by Justin Braun. Goes over to Schneider. Cleared into the zone for a line change. Domingue has it, flicks it over. Going to go over a Ranger, several Rangers. Carter gives chase. Schneider with it too. And it looks like who's going to get it? The Penguins will. It's McGinn. McGinn, one-timer, and it's shot wide by, I believe that's Zucker. McGinn's going to recover right-hand side. But the Rangers are going to get it now as McGinn couldn't flip it properly. Goes over to the Rangers, back to Strome. Kopp has it, back to Strome. Strome on the left-hand side. Pressure in the face, back to Kopp. Kopp moves over to Panarin, can't corral it, goes back to Fox. Panarin back to Kopp. Kopp right-hand side, moves back over. It goes past the blue line. Lindgren has to recover behind. Penguins get a line change on their forwards. Goes back to Pettersson. Pettersson over to Marino. Marino has it now. We go over. It's going to be taken by the Rangers back in their zone. It's going to be taken by Lafreniere. Lafreniere, quick shot to the net. Blocked off by King Louis Domingue. Goes back to the Rangers zone, mid-zone as well. Miller recovers back to Trouba. Trouba dumps it into the zone. Letang gives chase with Lafreniere. It's going to be recovered by the Rangers. Back to Hedel. Going to be taken to Miller. Back to Trouba at the point. Shot's going to be blocked off. Penguins move in. Over to Rust. Rust back to Crosby. But it's going to be offsides, and the Rangers are going to recover instead. Lafreniere dumps it in for a line change. Goes over to Matheson. Matheson behind the net. 4-1. Penguins leading. Rodriguez dumps it into the zone where it's met by Shesterkin. And they're going to dump it back in. And it clears the blue line. Rodriguez flips it. Ruedel flips it back in. Fox will recover. Fox has it now, goes over to the Rangers and Zibanejad. Back to Vetrano. Vetrano sprinting towards the net. Flicks it over, blocked off by Domingue. Vetrano has it back right-hand side. Bluger meets him front forward. Goes back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez with speed. 3-on-2 underway. Flicks it back over to Friedman. Friedman, one-time shot by Boyle, and he couldn't get it on the net. It's going to be intercepted by the Penguins, but Fox recovers in time. Goes over to Kreider. But Kreider's going to be taken over, and the Rangers are going to have to recoup in their own zone. Penguins recover back again. Malkin has it now. Back to Kapanen. Kapanen, right-hand circle. Goes over. It's going to be held by Shesterkin as Kapanen tried to clear behind the net and misfired. It was 4-1 on It was 4-1 on the AT&T feed I had. I don't blame you. I'm just following my feed. I'm kind of behind on my stream, so that's kind of why. But we are currently in a commercial break. Let's hope that 5-on-3 doesn't come back to haunt them. But it says 3-2. It said 4-1 on the stream, so that's why I was kind of that. So we have a little bit more of a game, but it was close in the first period last time too. It's the second period when things started to break apart. And Kyle Beach retired yesterday. Guys, F's in the chat for Kyle Beach. I know he was in Austria, or like a second-tier German league, but that's unfortunate because, like, he was a top 10 pick, just never panned out. But I don't know how much was the sexual abuse that did it in. But F's in the chat for Kyle Beach, everyone. 300 people watching right now. Thank you very much. To all of you that have somehow found this enjoyable over the past couple days. It's been a pleasure. I mean, I'm doing this more for shits and giggles than anything else, but I'm thankful each and every one of you are somehow here enjoying this right now. I see a lot of F's in the chat. Sorry, wrong Kyle. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, sorry. You're talking about Kyle Busch, not Kyle. Mostly because we had started on Dumpster Fire, and then we started game 1 and 2 there, and then I just felt like doing that for continuity. I didn't want to flood my channel with streams. I feel like people more do that for long-form vids, and I like to reserve streaming for special occasions. If the Penguins make the semifinal, I will do it exclusively on my channel, and then we'll go to the Cup. That's how I see it. Justin Silverman for 10 bones, by the way. Do you think the Bolts are done? Also, my Yinzer dad is hyped right now for the Pens. I guess I'll hop on the wagon. Bolts aren't done until they lose 4 games. That last game was really disappointing, though. They had a great first period, and then they just either they ran out of gas or Toronto just straight up outskated them because it was embarrassing after that 2 periods. Sorry. Vasilevsky. I was going to say Shesterkin. I'm used to doing these broadcasts. But, I mean, that's a huge win for Toronto, although they've been in this situation before, so we'll see. I mean, Game 6 will be very telling as to how this series goes. Domingue's going to recover behind the net. It's going to be taken by, it looks like the Rangers. Lafreniere has it right-hand side. It's going to be recovered by Malkin with a big check. Marino tries to flick it out. No success. It's going to be recovered by the Rangers. Dumps it into the zone. Back to Marino. Reeves tries to give support. Does he have success? No, they're going to flick it out to Heinen, but the Rangers are going to recover thanks to Kevin Rooney. Rooney clears it back to the zone. Reeves tries to muscle out. No success. Malkin swoops in like an eagle. Back to Heinen, and they will clear. No icing. The Rangers will have to reorganize behind the back of their net with Jacob Trouba. Trouba skates. Skates up center, continues to skate, tries to juke one. Penguin dumps it into the zone for a dump and chase. Letang recovers. Back to the zone. Crosby tries to recover. No success. It's going to be taken by the Rangers. And it's also with Artemi Panarin, left-hand side. Panarin goes over. Lindgren with the shot, and it's blocked off and gloved by Louis Domingue. 10:20 left in the first. No pain yet. It'll be pain if they're down. That's how I see it. Sports Addict, they're not going to Hartford. If they're going anywhere, it will be Houston or Kansas City. They are not going to reallocate divisions. Quebec City, their best chance is if Ottawa sells. So if Ottawa chooses to sell and the Melnick's daughters don't want him or want the team, I would organize your best offer. That is probably your only chance of getting a team. Once again, they are not reallocating divisions. Quick shot by the Penguins, and it looks like Brock McGinn, but it's going to be saved off by Shesty. Talking about the Ottawa Senators when the Penguins are coming on and they're trying to fly. David G, hashtag never trust the Leafs, hashtag dangle copium, dude. If the Leafs win a series, Leafsnet is going to be fucking insufferable for the next 6 months. And it's going to be terrible. Like, they can talk about Edmonton choking all they want. No, they're going to talk about the Leafs. And if the Leafs fail again, it's going to be pressure on the Leafs. And if the Leafs win 2 rounds, God help us all, it is the nuclear apocalypse. Penguins win the faceoff. Letang flicks it on net. It's going to be blocked. Rust tries to recover. It can't reach his stick. Kreider has it, dumps it in the zone. Vetrano gives chase, but Letang is going to recover. Matheson for the assist. He's going to flick it back over to Rust. Rust boards it over the zone. It's going to be taken by Guentzel. Guentzel with speed. Tries for an attacker, can't get it in time, but the Penguins are going to clear it back. Rust behind the zone. Cycles forward. Moves back over to Crosby. I'm sorry, not to Crosby, to Guentzel. Guentzel has it, flicks it on net. It's going to be blocked off. Recovered. Guentzel with the shot. Saved by Shesterkin. Moves back, and it deflects off Shesterkin. It's a goal for the Penguins. But a little deflection trickery by Jake Guentzel behind the net. A barrage of shots by Jake and Bake, and the terrible towels are going to be flying again. It's 1-0 Penguins. How you feeling now, 5? The relentless pressure was coming on, especially with the first line in the zone. Tired Rangers defenders destroying the back. 1 shot, 2 shot by Guentzel. Flicks it over, but unfortunately Shesty was out of position. He couldn't recover in time. Flicks it off his blocker, and it's going to be a nice goal by Jake Guentzel. First blood for the Penguins. Party hard, motherfuckers. Party hard. It's his 32nd career playoff goal, by the way, 6th in the series. It's tied for a career high. Penguins are going to win the faceoff. Rodriguez moves it back over to Chad Ruedel. Ruedel flicks it, dumps it in the zone. Shesterkin corrals it. It's going to be passed up to Strome. Back over to Fox. Fox moves it up to, I believe that is Andrew Kopp. Kopp has it. Boyle gives chase. Rodriguez gives chase, but it's going to be recovered in the zone. Strome tries to shoot it. Shot high. And we have a face-off in the Penguin zone. It was blocked off. Tyrus, I'll call 5 when the time comes. The time's not now. I mean, if it keeps going like this, dude, there are times where my voice has been shredded. That Steelers-Vikings broadcast for $500K, oh, my voice was shredded for 3 days after that. Oh man, that was so weird. But they remember they tied that game. I think Dangle had highlights of both, if I remember correctly. Igor hasn't been asked. It's his team defense in front of him, more than likely. Igor has had poor positioning for the most part, but once again, it's not entirely his fault. His team defense has been putrid in this series. They have had no answers for the Penguins, and I have no idea why. This isn't the same Penguins team from 2016. They're close, but at the same time, they're looking like the team from 2016. If you remember correctly, the Rangers got blown the fuck out in that series as well. So, once again, breathe. There's still plenty of time on the clock. That's all you have to say in that regard. Well, LeafsNet is mainly, the problem with LeafsNet is that it's supposed to be a national channel, but it focuses mainly on one team. So technically you're supposed to be about 6 teams: Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Winnipeg, Ottawa, Toronto, and Montreal. I'm sorry, I can't count. That's 7 teams. But they really focus on one. The regional channels, they're supposed to be homers because they're only based on one team. The Yes Network, total homers. You know why? Because they're based on 2 teams. If they have the Islanders on, they're going to be massive homers on the Islanders. MSG Network, dude, massive homers for the Rangers, even though Sam Rosen's pretty good. So that's my argument right there. Coyotes are never going to be contracted. They will never contract the Coyotes because they feel like there's going to be a sucker that buys them and tries to recover. That's Gary Bettman's baby. If Gary Bettman retires, that's when they move. Barry Trotz is going to go wherever he is. They're going to be back for a face-off with 9:05. Are they? No, they have to re-face off there. Cody, they tried to make Hamilton in the Hockey City. Jim Balsillie tried to move the Penguins and the Preds to Hamilton, even though he failed both times. He tried to actually get the Coyotes, but they refused. Now he's not going to be a part of it because Blackberry's fallen apart, but at the same time, yeah, they're not going to do Hamilton. They more than likely do a second Toronto team, if anything. Rangers quick shot on goal. It's going to be blocked off by King Louis Domingue. 8:54 left in the first period. It depends. mainly. They don't have an arena. If Eugene Melnick, he sabotaged a lot of deals, especially LeBreton Flats. It mostly depends if his daughters want to have no interest in having the team. If Ottawa has a suitor, they'll get it. They need an arena. That's the main key. I think the fact that Melnick's dead, I think that's actually going to help the Senators. I know it sounds cruel, but Melnick held that team back for years. He was the main catalyst as to why they're a mess. So I know that sounds cruel, but that's how I really see it per se. Phoenix will move. I mean, they are really stubborn and they're really hoping the Tempe proposal works out. I've had no updates on it. So it mainly is a wait and see category. The question is, with the 5,000 seat arena, what do you do about escrow? Because that might be a thing that breaks the strike. Hedel has it. It's going to be taken up by Kakko, but it's intercepted by Letang. Letang behind the net. Goes back, flicks over, intercepted by the Rangers. Hedel has it now. Flick wrist shot. It's going to be shot high. It'll be taken by Capo Kakko. Penguins give resistance. Matheson chases to the left-hand side. He's going to recover. Takes it over to Zucker. Zucker tries to grab it in. It's going to be met by a resistance of Rangers, and the Penguins have to regroup behind their blue line. The Tang skates it in, skates behind. Moves over to Matheson again. Matheson tries to flick it up. More success back over to Zucker. It's going to be taken back by Shesterkin. Flicks it back out of the zone. It's going to be taken by, I believe, that's Strome. Strome, quick wrist shot blocked off by Domingue. It's going to be a big, juicy rebound on the left-hand side. Penguins recover behind their net. Panarin tries to give resistance. Malkin swoops in like an eagle again and intercepts. Kapanen has it. Flicks it back over to Heinen. Malkin giving chase on his wing. Malkin flips over behind the net. It's going to be taken by Kapanen. Flips it back over to Heinen behind the net. Can't really get a good angle on it. Rangers recover. Malkin actually touches it with his stick, but the Penguins are going to keep it in the zone. Trouba tries to recover. Little contact there, but it looks like that was accidental. Ruido's going to try and recover it, but the Rangers are going to get it behind their blue line, and they'll dump it back into the zone. Domingue has it back to Friedman. Friedman skates towards the left side back against his blue line. Moves it back up to the wing. Goes over to Rust, but he's intercepted and blocked off by Rangers. It's going to be taken by the Penguins again. Another bad turnover. It's going to be back to Guentzel, ping-ponging like a pinball, and it's going to be taken back. Penguins recover in their zone, and Pettersson dumps it back in the zone. It's going to be taken by the Rangers. Zibanejad has it now. Moves over to Vetrano. Vetrano dumps it in the zone. Marino gives chase. Vetrano recovers. Vetrano can't get a good lick on the puck, and the Penguins recover. Try to clear it out of their zone. They will. Crosby's going to get it. Dump it back in. Rangers have to regroup. Goes back to Lindgren. Lindgren over to Zibanejad. Quick wrist shot, and it's going to be blocked by Pettersson. Boyle has it now. And it's going to be a little scrum. Pettersson tries to recover, flicks it back over to Marino, have to reach out to grab it, and he flicks it up the zone. Over to, I believe that's Bluger. But he can't corral it. Lindgren has it now, flicks it up the zone. Back and forth action. 6:10 left in the first period. Letang has it, skates past in the zone. He's going to move it up towards Boyle. Boyle has it back to Letang. Rangers take it. Lafreniere dumps in. Reeves using his big body to give chase. Rooney has it, flicks it to the zone, back to Schneider. Domingue falls, but the puck is blocked. And Domingue's able to recover. It's going to be taken by the Penguins, moves up to the front, but Matheson has it, and they're going to have to clear it. It's offsides, just went past the blue line. And little bit of action here. The Rangers know what's at stake. And then we're going to hope that things go. We're back in a commercial break, by the way. Yeah, I'm not professional. Dear God. If I were a professional announcer, dear God, that'd be bad. Yeah. One nothing in the first period, by the way. 5:42 left in the first. Shesty only had one real mistake, but that was on a barrage of shots. Domingue saving 5 shots completely. Relatively even game so far, but once again, fortunately, you hope that 5-on-3 doesn't come back to haunt you. But so far, so good. Knock on wood. Washington and Florida playing a pivotal Game 5 at 7:30, by the way. Are they actually live? Not yet. We'll flip over to Florida, Washington in the second intermission. I won't be broadcasting it, quote unquote, but I'll at least try to do something about it. Yes, Melnick died about a month ago. So my sympathies to his daughters. I mean, I hope they're healing well, but I mean, he was not a good hockey owner. That's all I'm going to say about that. I've said more than enough about Melnick. Coyotes must stay in the Central, so Wisconsin. I don't think they're going to move to Milwaukee. I think the two options are Houston or Kansas City. I mean, long shot Omaha, but you have to worry about travel because you don't want to have a team far into the northeast of the Central Conference. You want something a little closer to the likes of Dallas and Colorado. So that's how the NHL will want to do it. Houston is your market. That's your fourth largest populace. They've had a history of hockey. They have an NHL-ready arena, and they have an owner that would be interested in buying an NHL hockey team in Tillman Fertitta. So that would be the Yotes. One more super chat. Rook Yokune Ayazawa. Should we start a petition to get Treon a TSN bar down hockey video, jersey review, quiz, or U.S. road trip, etc.? I don't know about that, dude. I'm not really clean for TV. I would not do that. Icing on the Penguins with 5:33 left. My mom was a Habs fan, and she was born and grew up in Kingston and cheers for the Frontenacs. So you can imagine how happy she was when the Habs won the draft lottery. Yep. First draft lottery win for the Habs since, I believe, 1980, and Doug Wickenheiser from that draft lottery draft pick vid that I did. I forgot about Doug Wickenheiser. That was a big issue with Denis Savard because that was supposed to be the pick. Montreal flipped out, and it turns out they were right. Like, Doug Wickenheiser was a solid third liner. He's a fan favorite in St. Louis, died way too young, but Denis Savard was the pick. It goes back to Panarin. Panarin has it behind the net, tries to flick it up in the zone, but it looks like Strome can't get it. The Penguins will dig it out of their own kitchen. Lindgren back over to Fox. Fox has been relatively quiet. You wonder if he'll make some big noise in the coming seconds here. Kopp flicks it back up, dumps it in the zone. Ranger not there. Pettersson's going to recover behind the net. Moves over to Marino. Marino flicks it back over, and the Rangers are going to intercept in the zone. But goes back over, moves back up to Guentzel. No penalty call, but it looks like that may have been accidental. Guentzel's actually going to recover on a bad pass, but the Rangers are going to intercept. They tried to go for Crosby in front of the net. No success. 3-on-2 coming up. It's going to be over to Vetrano, but it misses the pass, and Domingue's going to fall on that puck, and there's a little bit of a scrum in front of the net. Face off in the Penguins zone. Dude, I have not been professional. Come on, Dom. No way. Pittsburgh radio announcer. I don't know, man. I mean, it mostly depends. Like, let's put it this way. I'm not going national. No, I mean, let's put it this way. You think everyone bitches about Leah Hackstall? They would bitch even more about me. So that's going to be a no. I'd be so biased. I'd be like Hawk Harrelson. Man. Oh man. Yeah, I'm very not safe for work. Pepper, you know that from the last stream. Daniel, I mean, Sharks wouldn't be a bad pick for Trotz, but I don't know if they fire Bugner. I would say maybe Dallas, but I don't know if they get rid of Rick Bowness unless he retires. That's the only thing I can think of. Because the rumor is Bowness may retire. Penguins beat out the icing. Brock McGinn speeds towards the net. It's going to be taken by Schneider. Penguins giving resistance. Back over to Zucker. Zucker backhands it, shot high. It's going to be cycled back. Back to Zucker. Zucker tries chase. Beats over Schneider. Trying to back and forth Schneider. They're holding it in the zone. Big Jeff Carter now has it. Cycling in the zone. But has to be muscled off by Zibanejad. It's going to be dumped in the zone by the Rangers. Kreider recovers. He can't get a grab on it. It's going to be taken by Hedl. Hedl moves it back over. It's going to be shot by Vetrano. Saved by Louis Domingue. Marino has it over to Jason Zucker. Zucker flicks it over the Penguins and over net. And there's going to be a full line change. Fresh skaters out for the Penguins as the Rangers dump it into the zone. Lafreniere tries to recover, but it's going to be swooped up by Letang. Letang moves it over to Mark Friedman. Friedman dumps it back in the zone. Boyle gives chase to Lindgren. Lindgren flicks it back over. It's going to be recovered by the Penguins behind the blue line, and Mark Friedman goes over to Letang. Letang skates, flicks it casually over to Mark Friedman. Friedman does a spinorama, flicks it back over to Boyle. Boyle can't recover. Rodriguez gives chase, and he will succeed. Boyle has it now. Back to Bluger. Bluger swoops in, moves over. Quick slap shot by the Penguins, saved by Shesty. Vetrano has it, dumps it in the zone. Domingue has to recover. Venerin was giving severe chase. Matheson has it back to Jad Ruedel. Ruedel flicks it up towards the zone. It's going to be dumped in. Shesty has to corral back in his own net. Trouba has it. Tynan giving chase, and it's going to be taken back by the Rangers with speed. Kopp towards center. Kopp has it now, moves back over to Strome. Strome, quick wrist shot, and corralled and blocked into a cocoon by Louis Domingue. See, like, that's why I'm not professional. I keep stumbling words. That's no bueno in the professional world. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, I didn't know Bar Down did their videos on the TSN YouTube channel. The Bar Down quizzes are YouTube videos. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was actually on TSN. They'd have to do a lot of bars and tone words. That's all I would have to do. Dude, I skated back when I was in middle school. Definitely a good time, man. It's been a while since I've been on the ice, like over 20 years. But I used to do a lot of street hockey. Definitely enjoyable time. Moves back over to Crosby. Crosby has it in their own zone. Back to Guentzel. Can't get it back in time. Back over to Trouba, but it's going to be intercepted. Guentzel has it. Back to Letang. Letang, quick slap shot, and it's going to be blocked off, and it'll be a face-off in the Ranger zone. The problem with Leah Kessel is she's too high-pitched. Like, in terms of technicality, she's fine. I think she gets more hate than she deserves. I don't think she's as bad as everyone says she is, but it's just like her she's too high-pitched, and the goal calls are like, ooh. It's just something to get used to. It's just like, not my cup of tea. That's all I would say. Rangers win the face-off, back over to Zibanejad. Zibanejad corrals, moves up the zone. Pettersson moves back. Pettersson tries to recover, but it's going to be taken by Rooney. Rooney has it to Reeves. Reeves tries to control. It's going to be met up by John Marino. Malkin in the zone as well. Zibanejad tries to give aid. He does. It's going to be back over to Lindgren. Lindgren tries to shoot, blocked off. Rooney has it now. Track to Zibanejad. Backhand save by Domingue. Malkin tries to grab it. He's going to get it behind his net. Skate away from Zibanejad. And waits behind the net for assistance. Rangers get a line change. Rangers take it back in. Tries to pass, and he misses it for McGinn. And the Rangers coming with numbers. It's going to go back to Hedel. Hedel can't corral properly, and it's going to be taken by Zibanejad. But no, he can't corral either. Ice is a little weird today. A lot of missed passes, a lot of flubbery. Lafreniere has to dump it in, and the Rangers will chase. Marino has it back to McGinn. Goes back to Marino. Lafreniere comes in and underseats. It's going to be taken by the Rangers again. Back over to Hedel. Hedel tries for the deflection. No success. Hedel has it back. Tries for the one-timer. Backhand by Hedel. Shot wide. It goes over to Kakko. Kakko has it, met by Pettersson. It's going to be taken by Bluger. Bluger skates with fury. It's going to be taken with a 2-on-2 if they're hurry. No success. It's going to be offside, and the Penguins will have to regroup, but they will get a line change. Rangers will regroup in their zone. Schneider has it. Going to be taken back to Vetrano. Vetrano dumps it in the zone. Domingue intercepts, and he's going to clear it on his own. Going to be taken back by Zibanejad. Zibanejad with some power, elbows back, goes over to Miller. Miller back to Trouba. Trouba, quick wrist shot. It's going to be shot wide. Goes over to the Penguins. And the Penguins will clear. But Trouba's going to recover in his own zone. Dumps it in. Domingue has it. He's going to shoot it back up to Crosby. 3-on-2 for the Penguins. It's going to be met up by Crosby. Crosby flips behind Zucker. It's going to be taken back. And it's going to actually be a little bad news Bears action there, and they're going to call the play dead. Whoops. Very, very oopsie. And Josh Howard, as much as I'd love an NHL team here in Kansas City, we're not much of a hockey town, and whatever team we would have would suffer the same fate as the old Scouts. It depends. This isn't the 1970s anymore, and you're not going to have as bad of a team as the Scouts did. So you may have some luck there. Remember, the Scouts took 15 years to get any good. Wayne Gretzky called them a Mickey Mouse organization when they were in Colorado. So it doesn't really depend on if you have a team or not. It's mostly on if your teams are any good, per se. And the Rangers are going to have to reassess the face-off, unfortunately. Excuse me. Are they going to call that the end of the first? Yes, they are. We now go to the end of the first period. I thought that was a scrum. I didn't realize we were already that close to the end. But yes, the Penguins are now up 1-0. Anybody's game, relatively even, besides a 5-on-3 that the Rangers successfully killed off, and a barrage of shots by Jake and Bake Guentzel. So we have a bit of a game. We'll flip over to Washington, Florida for a little bit. Excuse me. 382 people somehow here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of have. I know the Angels are doing really well. The Yankees are on a hot streak. I know the Reds have actually been really good since I've done that fit on them. Because, of course, that's how it is. But once again, you go 3-22, your season's done. Unless you somehow win 20 games, you're not getting back to 500. Their season's over, unfortunately. You don't recover from 3-22, unfortunately. Be a hell of a story if they did. Mark Maddox? Nah, I don't know. Mark. Do you mean Mark Madden? Dear God, no. If I'm the new Mark Madden, I'll cry hysterically. Oh, boy. Panthers are going to keep it in their own zone. Still 15:07 left in the game, or the period. It's actually an offsides. Are they calling a penalty? What's going on here? Yeah, they're calling that a big hit on Sam Dyke. Panthers are playing physical. They know they have to up their game. I mean, especially in that regard. Bring back the scouts. I don't know if they'll call them the scouts. They'll call them something else. Yeah, I unfortunately didn't watch the Miami GP, so I can't really say that. The Dumbles, it's not the opposite end. It's Ken Danico you're thinking of. He sounds like Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. Nothing against that. It's just like, yeah, that's Danico. That's the color commentator. No, he's not picking up his son. He's in Arizona right now. So that's where he is. He's in a little bit of a weird situation. He's training for baseball. But unfortunately, he'll probably still suck. I mean, nothing wrong with that. He has his friends and his network, so I'm fine with that. He's moving up in the world. Hey, I'll give him credit for trying. Riley, I don't know. It depends who they sign in offseason. I mean, do they bring back Malkin? Do they bring back Letang? Rust is definitely gone. They're not going to be able to afford him. Malkin and Letang Crosby, they're hitting 35. So I don't know how many years you have left, if any. Kuznetsov's going to get it back in the zone. Penguins have it. Capitals have it. Oshie moves it back to Ovechkin. Ovechkin has it back over to Kuznetsov, over to Schultz, back to Kuznetsov. Penalty on the Florida Panthers, by the way. Caps going on a power play. Logan Brown for 5 bones. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Fordo. Do you think the Eagles are going to be as good as people think they are next season? I don't know. Maybe. They did have a really bad schedule last year, but their schedule is going to be really weak again. It mostly depends on if Washington or the Giants manage to get off their ass and do something, or if the Cowboys take a step back. So the AFC East is a little tough to figure out right now. I like what they've done this offseason, but at the same time, once again, they have some holes they still need to address. I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the guy. That's a tough question, though. I might do a sport quiz later. I won't do one this intermission, but I might do one next. The Virgin 3-22 versus the Chad 4-24. Colin Moran is going off. Dude, Colin Moran? Dude, no. Colin Moran's weird. Like, he'll have these moments where he's okay. Analytics loves him, but it's just weird. Who's worse, dude? Like, most Pittsburgh sports radio is bad. It's just bad. I feel like most of them at like 93.7, they're just doing that to get controversy. I feel like the Steelers are more in their market range, so they don't really talk about the Penguins. Madden, I think what he needs to do is stop searching his name on Twitter, because he always goes after. He's like the candy man. You say Mark Madden, Mark Madden, Mark Madden 3 times. Mark Madden will show up in your comments, especially if you mention something about his weight, which I don't get, but whatever. It seems to get under skin. Thoughts on the Mariners? I think they should be doing better than what they are. I think there's a chance they could do something, but at the same time, Rodriguez is at his struggles. Kalynyk's at his struggles. You've had some good prospects come up, especially in pitching, but at the same time, you still have a difference there. Jacob, I don't know either, dude. I don't know. You lose 2 of 3 to the Reds, then you beat the Dodgers 3 of 2 on the back of Jack Sawinski and Josh Van Meter. Yeah, you explain that to me. Giants woke up from their slump as I expected. I mean, they'll be good. It was between them and Milwaukee for the final spot, but I mean, Milwaukee looks solid so far. I mean, everyone looks solid when you play the Pirates. Power play underway for the right, and it hit the post. John Carlson with the ping. Ping. Cleveland, maybe. The only thing is, I don't know if it really fits the schematics because you can't really put them in the Central. You'd have to move an Eastern or an Atlantic team. And it's too early to expand. Honestly, I hope the Oilers tie the series because if they don't, I will never forgive them for losing the Battle of Alberta. Also, you have to consider, too, Darnell Nurse has been suspended. Not a good look, especially for a game. That's one of their big pieces. He was a headbutting people, and that's no bueno, even in playoff time. Got to slap him on the wrist. Dallas and Calgary at 9:30 tonight. Nashville had a waste of 8 days, and now they are reserving tee times at their local golf course. Jennifer Lahmer for 5. COVID-19 hit again. The Cleveland Guardians and their game postponed with the White Sox. I mean, a lot of people probably out. They still have the protocols for a couple days. It's not going to be as bad as it was, but I think it's still out there. The problem is that Capitals score. A deflection in front of the net by TJ Oshie. 1-0 Caps. SpaghettiOs. Could you imagine if the Capitals and Penguins played in the championship? Do you know how crazy that would be? Crosby, Ovi in the semifinals. I would want blood for the lost memes. My stale memes are the bloodline that this shitty channel runs from. And if they're going to take that away from me, not a fan. Not a fan. Look up a few more questions here. Oh, sorry, that was somebody else. My bad. Dude, if the Mariners win the ALS once again, another sign of the apocalypse. Just like the Maple Leafs winning the Stanley Cup. Oh, sorry. I skipped on me again. Yeah, that's how I first knew of him. Also on Pit Local Radio. So I know a lot of people talk about his WCW time. It was just, he didn't mesh there, unfortunately. It just didn't pan out. He always talks about how it paid off his house, which means good for him, but Panthers are going to recover. No success. It's actually going to slip off Huberdeau's skate. Capitals recover, and Schultze has it now. Actually, sorry, that's Jensen. Jensen dumps it in. Come on, Panthers, fucking do something. I hope there's no... I mean, I want Steam Caps. I love Steam Caps. Ball of the Arch should Preds fans nostalgia bait themselves into bringing Trotz back, plus biggest on-ice need for them outside of re-signing Forsberg. You need depth. Your defense was a mess, especially in the bottom pair. They had to trade a second-round pick for Jeremy Lazon, and he is nowhere near worth a second-round pick. You do have some youth coming up. They still need a bit of time to develop, but losing Forsberg is going to be a tough blow. You do have Ingram. He's going to be your backup goaltender. Hopefully, David Reddick doesn't see the NHL again because he's not good. But at the same time, yeah. They probably aren't going to bring Trotz back. Once again, they left on bad terms, and I highly doubt he's coming back to that same situation. You've been memed. I noticed a trend. No bald man equals Penn score 7 goals. Does that continue tonight? We'll see. If they score 7 goals, like if there's no bald man in any stream, the Penguins are scoring 7 goals throughout the remainder, even if they lose games 8 or 9-7. Actually, it wouldn't be Edmonton. Colorado would be the meme if they don't make it past the second round. Edmonton will be up there, though. They'd be the Edmonton Angels, and Connor and Leon would be Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. And at least Trout and Ohtani at least may have a chance to do something this year. That's all I'm going to say. It is bad. Logan Brown for 10. Is Hey Trees Michigan sports back on the rise? Or are we still a locale? Oh, but the Pistons are seeing some results in the last few seasons, so maybe. Also, go blue, fuck Ohio. The Tigers are having some big struggles, especially offensively. I mean, they did overachieve last year, so they may need a little more time. Washington controlling the pace of play, by the way. So, yeah, I mean, it depends. They still need some time. I mean, they're not ready yet. Detroit still needs time. The Pistons are still the Pistons. The Tigers still need time. And the Red Wings are still going through their phase. I mean, firing Blashill should do the trick. It depends who he brings in as his next coach. They're still very, very inconsistent. BT, should the Wild try to re-sign Flower? I don't know if they have the cap. You have to remember, Ryan Suter and Zach Parise's dead cap hits are going to double by, I believe, $8 million, and they still have to pay Kevin Fiala. I think he's gone too. So it's not a matter of they don't want to sign Marc-Andre Fleury. I don't think it's that they can, especially with Cam Talbot and especially with a few other guys coming up. So it's still, they're not going to be able to do that. What do you think the Jazz do? They may have to dismantle their core. They may be breaking up Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, because there have been long rumors about them not getting along together. And with consistent first, second round exits, they're not going to be able to tolerate that anymore. I don't think Fleury's coming back to the Penguins. If Fleury's going to sign anywhere, it's going to be for a couple mil. He's not going on the vet minimum. Fleury's not that nice. Hopefully they will. If they do, they'll probably get rid of him come probably mid-season if they have struggles. I mean, they were. I mean, I thought Florida would have struggles because of their defense and goaltending, but this is bad. I mean, if an empty net goal does not hit the post, the Panthers may be in danger of being eliminated in 5. It's one of those situations. We are dressed in our best and prepared to go down as gentlemen, but we would like a brandy. You're going to need more than brandy where you're going, Rangers. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. I haven't given a prediction. If you feel like you're cute on the inside, that's all that matters, documentary. Celtics are up by 11 in the second. Oh, no. Lifelong Bucks fan Tom Grossi is not going to be a fan of that. 51-40. I believe the series is tied at 2. If the Celtics win the NBA championship, build the statue of Billy King. If they make the finals, build the statue of Billy King. That's all I'm going to say about that. 10 shots to 11, Rangers leading there. The Rangers upping the physical game. Desperation, definitely understandable. They are heeding the words of Gerard Gallant, who was very disappointed in their play. Absolutely not surprised. Nobody wanted to play defense. 10 faceoffs, 1-7. 4 penalty minutes for the Rangers on that heinous double minor, as mentioned before. Peter Laviolette now donning the microphone, and he's going to talk about some things. Probably talking about some things. Laviolette's a good coach, but I don't know how far the Caps go in this situation. I mean, you're probably going to play Toronto. Do you think they beat them? I don't know. I don't believe, not with their goaltending. I think that's just a walk for the Leafs if they win. John Nunez, if the Rangers lose, this means New York's are sacrificing everything for the Yankees and Mets. Well, you have to remember the Knicks are in that place too. Does this include the Brooklyn Nets, John? I would probably say yes, maybe. Maybe yes. No, it doesn't. It's not what matters on the inside. It's what's on the out, a.k.a. money, big dick, and drip. Dude, I have no drip. The only drip I have is the sweat coming off my pores. Dude, I have zero drip. As the kids call drip. Seriously want the Caps to win a playoff series? If you want to laugh, maybe. I had them as a dead straight first round exit. And I thought like, oh, if the Pens played Florida, we'd be fucked. But I don't know. Oh no, Tom's not jumping off the wagon. He'll be back on when the Bucks make the playoffs again if they're out. I think he's moving to that area or wants to move to that area. So way too early to tell there. We saw the Skip Bayless cosplay. We know you have drip. No. I wish I had more money, to be completely honest with you. We all wish we had more money, though. Maybe 7-8 figures for all of us. How's that sound? Then we can all retire to Florida. And maybe if we're lucky, afford a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with the real estate prices down there. In the boonies. Oh, you could say maybe they're getting buck broken. I'm sorry, that was so terrible. Actually, it's both of us that both own it. So that's how it mainly is that. Yeah, both of us technically do. 5 technically runs the channel per se, but that's oh, that joke was so terrible. Jared Froman, can we have another 3 OT game to create more trauma for Rangers fans? Dude, I need more beer. I don't have enough of it right now. If that's the case, 8 o'clock on the East Coast, Wednesday night, middle of the week. How's everyone doing right now? Oh, dude, most places are getting to California levels of stupid. Have you seen the Boise, Idaho market? That's getting ridiculous. Arizona, Texas, Florida, Idaho, Oregon, Washington. It's all bad. A New England area, too. The problem isn't the demand, it's that there's no supply and nobody can build. And just like that, everyone unsub from Tree in the dumpster fire, his career was over the end. Well, I wonder if McDonald's is hiring. Actually, you know what? I think McDonald's would reject me, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, Montana, too, because all the California people are moving out there because that's where the land is. That's where it's actually cheaper, and people are paying California prices while pricing everyone else out of the area. That's the problem. And the problem is they're going to bring California everywhere they go. Going to be headed to California next week. And I can't wait to pay $7 a gallon for gas. Not. Oof. Yeah. Parts of Pennsylvania are pretty bad, too. A lot of overbidding. I've seen houses go for $100,000 over asking, which may not be bad in compared to other parts of the area, but around here, that's ridiculous, especially for, say, a decent home. But there is a lot of ridiculousness around here. Very competitive market. I mean, that's why it was hard for me to find a place for a while. Yeah, Ohio is getting pretty bad. I'd say that. I mean, you have the Cleveland area there. Florida on the power play, by the way. Maybe they can actually do something. Wyoming is definitely too. Wyoming and Colorado, because once again, a lot of people from Colorado, one-timer, it's going to be shot wide, and the Rangers are going to clear. Florida's getting pissed. The poor Panthers fans are going to be crazy. Oh, Maryland, especially by D.C., has always been bad. Southern Maryland and Northern Virginia have always been terrible. Remember that meme a couple weeks ago about West Virginia? With Northern Virginia, that place in Norfolk that was $800,000, and you still had to have a guy live in your basement. And they didn't even try to recover their shit. Yeah, New Jersey taxes have always been bad. Here it's like 440. So it's getting up there, but it's not like super bad compared. Like, it's not California bad. Yeah, upstate New York too. Even like Utica, Syracuse. Yeah, it's that's how a lot is. There's a big rumor about BlackRock being unable to about a lot of them. There are also a lot of families that, want to bulldoze over. Like, I've seen places like 100,000 over that have been rejected because the terms weren't good enough for them. So it is a very, very tough market. Travesty. My biggest regret, honestly, not buying a house before this shit happened, but I wasn't ready. My finances weren't at that point. So that was the problem there. We need to destroy Californians before they ruin everything even more. Yeah. I mean, they're people too. I mean, you probably have to put them through a mandatory 2-week quarantine, to get the California out of them, but that's all I'd say about that. I can imagine McDonald's. Welcome to McDonald's. Stella's got Super Bowl. May I take your order? And, they're going for a fight right now. All the Panthers fans are going up and cheering. I thought they had scored. Washington's definitely been a mini California. Oregon, too. A lot of people pissed about Californians moving in and jacking up their rates. I'm sorry your state's run like a mess. I mean, no wonder why everyone's leaving Cali. There's a mass exodus from there. Mass exodus. 450 in Western New York. Yeah, that's about where we are. I feel like that's how we all are. We get really damn lucky. You drank your money away? Yeah, I don't pay that much for liquor. If I were drinking my money away, I'd be drinking Johnny Blue and like $100 craft bottles every night. And I'm nowhere near that rich. Corporate interest buying house for constant renting. Yeah, BlackRock. That's the big one. Get rid of property tax? No, they're not. They'll never get rid of property tax. Are you crazy? The government will never limit their amount to get money. And there's conspiracy mode by Tree. I will now be arrested. Because we're now talking about hatred of California. Oh, baby. They'll never do that either because, once again, free market. If they want to buy it, they'll buy it. And more or less, they're just buying up new plans and they're doubling the price. And the problem is no one can compete with that. And they'd be ridiculous, too. They don't even have appraisers because the point is, like, they'll appraise it for, say, $500,000, but if they're paying $1.2 million, they'll eat the $700,000 loss because they're more speculative than anything. I escaped California. Congratulations, sir. New York taxes, Pennsylvania taxes are pretty rough too. Especially city tax. Not good, man. Not good. Well, the problem is, once again, they're not getting rid of tax. They will never get rid of tax. You know that. Reside for work currently. Yeah, I feel like most people, like the thing with what I do at least, you can work from anywhere. You don't have to be in a specific location. So I feel like that may be a benefit there. Like I can go out to bumfuck Oklahoma or like, downtown Alabama or something like that. Or like out in the boonies. And as long as I have good internet, I'll be good. But the problem is you can't get good internet out there. So you got to move somewhere decent. Yeah, California is bigger than any other state with California, so every state can get invaded. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's why everyone's moving out, because there's a lot of issues with tax. There's no one wants to pay 50% tax. No one wants to pay these ridiculous gas prices. No one wants to deal with these environmental regulations. And then people are like, wait a minute, why do I have issues? Why am I getting rolling brownouts? Because the infrastructure in their state's a mess. And so they pack their shit up and leave, and they go to Arizona, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Texas, Florida. And you create issues like, say, for example, the ice storms in Texas. The issue there was infrastructure. They had too many houses on the grid, and they couldn't support it. That was your problem there. And you also had a little bit of alternative energy. Oh, Lundell actually, did he score? Or are they going to call that dead? Yeah, they're going to call that dead. Ryan Irwin for 10. New Jersey taxes are always going to be bad, especially since we have a governor that wants to make us the California of the East. Gas prices in New Jersey are $4.30 to $4.60 with full serve. Once again, New Jersey is a full serve state, so you're paying more in tip as well. That's where some of that money goes. Can't ban taxes from the chat. Dude, we should just ban taxes altogether. And the moment we do, we're immediately sicked by the IRS and arrested for tax evasion. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, PA taxes drove me to Texas. No state or local income tax. Yeah, they get their taxes from oil. That's why they can do that. Same with Florida. That's why they have no state income tax, because they get their money from tourism. And the Florida's going back on the power play. And actually, wait a minute. I am totally missing the damn game. Oh, Jesus. Here I am talking and rambling about BS, and the Penguins are playing. I am a bad streamer. Oh, jeez. I'm not paying attention. But it was a nice chat about the taxes, by the way. David G, I'm just happy I bought a house before. Interest doubled, 3.3 for the win. Yeah. I mean, dude, congratulations, man. I mean, it was 2.6 for a while. I didn't get that low. I think I'm at 5.25, but at the same time, it's just, it's going to go a lot higher. It'll probably be 7 or 8 by the time it's done. At least to me. They did increase it. Yeah, they deregulated the grid, so that's the problem. It's privatized. So the problem is, once again, no, there's going to be no oversight. And there was a nice shot. It was off the crossbar by Mike Matheson. Adder Tree got rejected by McDonald's. He made a new YouTube channel under Pissing Planet channel about finance. It did better than the last one. Dude, I would get bitched at all the time about finance. I've just done basic econ courses, like nothing major. I always find like econ discussion fascinating just because of like the different philosophies and ideas in that regard. Texas is the California from the 50s. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's not really a California because at the same time, there's a shitload of sprawl. Penguins are going to dump it in the zone, but it's going to be icing on the Penguins again. 15:29 left in the second period. Yeah, interesting. Is that interesting or cancelable? Tennessee has no taxes. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be surprised if people move there in the future. Nashville is a very hot growing city. Jared Russell, there is one gas station about 30 minutes from me that has gas for like $3.25 a gallon. Dude, tell us where this is, and people will drive there from Minneapolis. Dead serious. Boyle's going to try and recover in the zone. Taken by Bluger. Bluger dumps it in the zone. Flicks it back over. Rodriguez can't corral. It's going to be intercepted by the Rangers. And Kevin Rooney. Rooney flicks it back over in the zone. Reeves tries to cross-check Friedman and has a little bit of a scrum in the battle. This is why you get Ryan Reeves for a third-round pick. Scrum behind the boards. Weedle has it. No, he doesn't. Get it out of there, the ref says. Rodriguez tries to chase behind, and there's a little bit of a turn play. No penalty called. Bit ticky-tacky there, but, I mean, they want the Rangers to play. Boyle's going to skate up. Tries to skate past. Quick shot blocked off. Bluger recovers behind the net. Met by a Ranger, but Bluger's going to keep recovering. Rodriguez tries to have it, but Bluger has it back. Rangers recover behind the zone. Going to be taken by, looks like, Capo Caco. Caco has it, flicks it back to Schneider. Schneider back in the zone. Flips it back over to Lafreniere. Lafreniere back to Heedle, and it's a shot blocked, and it's saved by Louis Domingue. We have a face-off with 14:20 left in the world. Get rid of the 10 minutes. You got 4:20. Smoke them if you got them. Any news on the Florida game? Yeah, looks like Florida did not kill that penalty. Still 1-0 Washington. Yeah, Ricardo, dude, I don't blame you. But the rest of the country, I mean, the thing with California transplants is it's more about adaptability. It's like when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And if you don't want to bring California shit with you, then just assimilate into the culture and also get rid of your California plates so people don't know you're Californian. Say you're from maybe Kansas. But, dude, I don't blame you, man. I'm going to be going to California. I do not want to be anywhere near San Francisco, but, I mean, I got to do the Golden Gate Bridge for the punishment. I got to walk it because Steelers did not go Super Bowl, and I'm not happy. I'm not happy about that. Too busy rambling on about taxes. Yeah, buddy. See, this is what happens when Five's not here. I go off about basic economics, taxes, and California immigration. We're talking about taxes. See, this is... Let's keep going here. We got fighting. Rangers have it in the zone. Back to Carter. Back over to Fox. Fox back to Trouba. Trouba, quick shot. It's going to be blocked off and saved by Louis Domingue off the rebound. I think Derrick Henry leaves the Titans. He's going to be around 30 years old. It's very possible. It's building Commonwealth Stadium in 1977 in Edmonton when I ended up in California and Utah. Man, there you go. Built Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton. There you go. Stamkos was coming off a blood clot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The problem is they're never going to do it. I feel the problem is the biggest issue with Pittsburgh Transit. It's a joke. We don't have what you really need to invest in is light rail, not buses or trains. You need to be able to get people from the city to the suburbs and not have to worry about parking or any of that stuff. If you can do that, you'll be okay. But the problem is they never will. So you're going to have issues there because, once again, cars are freedom and nobody wants to deal with light rail. I mean, if in the right situation, I've taken light rail. I used to park on the North Shore and take the North Shore connector down to the city when I worked at a restaurant down there. Definitely convenient because it's a hell of a lot cheaper to park on the North Shore than it is downtown in the middle of the day. So it's one of those situations as well. Anyone who wants zero income tax with warm weather, only options are Florida, Nevada, and Texas. Florida, you're dealing with brutal humidity. Nevada, you're dealing with scorching heat. In Texas, you're dealing with dry heat. So pick your poison. And also, if it ever snows, you're shit out of luck because nobody prepares for salt down there. Dude, show me your power. Dan Snyder. Oh, tax invasion. Oh, dude. Knowing him, he probably invaded the NFL's taxes and pilfered some of it for himself. And they're talking about Tristan Jarry taking some saves. Everyone's talking about taxes. Tree gets boxed in Discord server for talking about California taxes. Oh, dude, I wouldn't shock me if I've been boxed. This is Rule 4 all the way there, man. Raphael Ledoux. Is the NFL draft lottery rigged for Montreal hosting the draft and picking first overall? So Shane Wright's season is a success and shall lead us to glory. I don't think it's rigged because Montreal was terrible this year. So you're absolutely fine. I don't think there's going to be an issue there. Penguins are going to have it back. Crosby moves it back to Rust. Rust tries to flip over, moves it back into the zone. Crosby keeps it in, goes over to Pettersson. Pettersson, quick shot. He tried to get it to Guentzel. No success. It's blockered off by Shesty. Pettersson flicks it behind the line over to Marino. Marino tries to get it picked off by Kreider, but it's a little scrum right by the end boards. Penguins keep it in, but the Rangers recover. It's going to be taken back by the Rangers. They'll dump it into the zone. Be taken by Marino. Scrum behind the boards. Rangers have it. It's going to be taken by Brock McGinn, who skates it past the blue line. Guentzel to his right-hand side. McGinn dumps it in where he's hit. Going to be taken by Braun. Braun moves it across the line over to Reeves. Reeves has it now. It's going to be flicked back to the Rangers zone, and it'll be dumped in over to Louis Domingue. Domingue's going to throw it over to Matheson. Matheson flicks it back over to the zone, misses the Penguins' target. No icing. Braun has it now. Zucker gives chase. Can't catch him in time. McGinn has it, dumps it back in the zone where it's met by Braun. Over to Lafreniere. Letang keeps it in the zone. He's going to dump it in. It's going to be taken by the Rangers and Braun. Braun tries to pass it over. No success, but it's going to be taken out by the Rangers. Here comes Hedl. Hedl on the right-hand side. It's going to be quick shot blocked off by Letang. McGinn has it now. It's going to be met by the Penguins and Zucker. Zucker moves it back. Malkin with Letang one side. Letang with a quick shot. He scores! Wide open shot by Chris Letang. Guns it towards the blocker's side. Nobody covering him on the fast break. And the Penguins have a 2-0 lead. 2 goals, 2 towels, 2 scoops, 2 terms for the Penguins in office. Let's go, baby. 2 series wins, 2, and then we'll double it and get 4, and the Penguins are going to win the Stanley Cup. A big goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins on a great heads-up play by Chris Letang. Letang has some of the biggest derps in the world, but that's why you pay him $7 million a year, because he does shit like that. And by the way, Raphael Montreal did not rig it, by the way. 23rd career playoff goal. It leads all active NHL defensemen. And it is a goal for the Penguins. Chances for New Orleans getting an MLB team? No. If anyone's getting a team, it's probably Nashville or Charlotte. Vegas will probably be first up. Guentzel has it behind the net. Actually, that's Friedman. Sorry. Friedman has it. Heavy pinch. Boyle has it back. It's going to be dumped back in where it's recovered by the Rangers. going to be taken. Actually, I thought it was Schneider, but it kind of has a weird carom, and it still remains behind the net. Kopp tries to take it out. It's muscled by Bluger. Bluger has it. Scrum behind the Rangers bench. It's going to be taken by the Rangers with speed. Here comes Panarin. Panarin tries to get past Friedman. No real success. He successfully blockered off, and there's a bit of a scrum behind the net. It's going to be taken by Ruedel, and it's taken by Rust back towards the center's point. Flicked in for a line change. Rust gives chase. It's going to be taken by the Penguins. Pettersson goes over back to Marino. Marino moves it back in. No Penguin there. It's going to be taken by Guentzel. Guentzel has it. Back to Marino. Marino, quick shot blocked off. Rust recovers behind the net. It's going to be taken back. Rangers recover. It's going to be flicked back, intercepted by Crosby. Crosby has it, but it's knocked off by a Ranger. Braun has to pull back to get it into some sort of recovery mode. And the Penguins are going to have to dump it in, and it'll be an icing on the Rangers. Oh, yes, absolutely. Rook, F in the chat for Bob Lanier. Died at 72, I believe. Hell of a player. I never got to see him play, but I did see that this morning. Hall of Fame basketball player for the Pistons and the Bucks. F's in the chat for Bob Lanier. I mean, if you're looking at basic suburbia, it's absolutely inefficient. But remember the time at the 50s and 60s, at the time of the boom. People wanted their house, about half an acre, $40,000 a year. That's how it always was. You wanted like peace after the wartime. You had the huge boom. You weren't thinking about super elite or efficiency. You're thinking about, okay, we need to reward our troops. And we also have, we came off a huge depression. We want stuff for ourselves again. So there's a little bit of that going on as well. Here come the Rangers. It's going to be shot up, blocked off by the Rangers. And it's going to clear the blue line. 10 minutes left in the second. Tick, 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 Rangers. Fox moves it back over. It's going to be taken by Miller. Penguins recover, and Matheson has it. Intercepted by the Rangers, and Kakko moves over to Sabanachak. Quick shot by Miller. Miller's deflected, and net. We have a face-off in the Penguins zone. 403 people somehow here. Maybe it's because I was rambling about Texas and Californians. This is what happens when you don't have a dumpster fire and you go off rambling about stupid shit. Also, it's 1-0 Florida or Washington at the end of the first. You are watching New York slowly die. They need to do something quick. They need to do something badly, or else they're done. Corey, spicy pork and broccoli. Select, I'm doing well, man. How about you, man? I'm doing well. Well, and then we get all the goals. 388 people. It's time to party hard. Everyone chanting Igor, even though that's more on the defense than Igor Shesterkin, but that's just me. It's not done yet, Baldy. Not done yet. Jarrett, dude, I was born ready. As I said, I had no expectations regarding this year. So if we get crushed by the Hurricanes, I'm like, whatever. We'll take a Toronto, Carolina semifinal. That's fine. And the problem is, I keep losing my space here. I want to try and highlight all the super chats. Rukyu Kune Ayazawa, if the NBA expanded, do you think Louisville and Pittsburgh get a team before anyone else? Louisville, yes. Pittsburgh, no. You're probably going to go West Coast if NBA gets a team. Maybe Las Vegas if Bill Foley wants to invest in a team and maybe double up at T-Mobile Arena. I would say them. Maybe Seattle. Seattle would definitely be first on the list for a team as well, especially with their new arena. It's also built for the NBA too. No, I want to be greedy. This is why you love the bad guy, man. You never remember the words of Scott Hall. That's all I'm going to say. Scott Hall is our mantra. Everybody loves the bad guy. Jazzy J, it's 90 degrees and sunny in Southwest Wisco. All I got to say is Stella's got Super Bowl pants, got Stanley Cup. I agree, Jazzy J. I agree. Penguins are going to win the faceoff. Zucker gives chase, flicks it up towards the zone where it's going to be met once again by the Rangers. Pens try to recover. No success. Rangers coming in with fury. Strome dumps it into the boards. Domingue has it, tries to flick it back, gets it out, but it's going to be met by Keandre Miller at the blue line. Fox has it. Quick shot, blocked off. Here come the Penguins. Penguins have it now. It's going to be in the mid zone. Puck bouncing like a hot bag of popcorn. Really rough ice so far. Really, really rough ice. Connor Akers, you see the NBA having a permanent team in Tampa? Maybe. The question is, I don't know if, once again, they'd have to have the approval of Vinnick to have share time at Amalie. That's the main thing there. And also, do you think they're a four-sport city? I think the main concern for Tampa is getting the Rays to move over there instead of an NBA team. That would be my choice, but maybe the NBA is more lucrative for them. Yeah, houses were 10-20K, dude. I wish houses were 10-20K now, dude. Do you know how much easier it would be to find a house if houses were $10,000 to $20,000? Yeah, hockey guy does good shit, man. I've never really talked to the guy. Seems like a good dude. Don't really get to watch much of his shit because most of the time, I usually don't watch sports. I mostly watch other stuff because I'm trying to do it as a break of sorts. Glad I talked a bunch of shit about John Tavares because my powerful jinxie had a good night and embarrassed me. Do you have a favorite game show? I used to love Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Wheel of Fortune used to be a big show of mine as a kid. Jeopardy's pretty good. Urinating tax evasion. Penguins win the faceoff. Letang recovers, flicks it back behind the net. They do get it out of the zone. Boyle, a little obstruction, not much going on there. They're going to let him play. Rangers have it behind the net. Taken by Braun. Back to Vetrano. Penguins intercept. Rangers have to recover behind their own zone. Trouba has it now. Trouba moves back over to Justin Braun. Braun dumps it in the zone. Domingue is going to clear it right before the obstruction zone. Letang flicks it back up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez can't get a handle on it, and it's going to be an icing call on the Rangers. Rodriguez is not happy at himself. He had a decent break there if he had the shot. Mets are losing 8-3 through mid-3. They'll probably recover if they're playing the Phillies. Imagine Gretzky and Lemieux on the same team as your 1-2 centers. Dude, we were close to that in the early 90s. We had Lemieux and Francis as our 1 and 2 centers, two of the best centers of all time. That's why Ron Francis is one of the most underrated centers of all time. He would spend all of his career in Hartford or behind Mario Lemieux. And he's won 2 cups. He's a hell of a player. The derp transferred from the Giants. No, I wouldn't call this a derp. I would say it's more of a reality slap them right in the face. This is their learning experience year. And it just, no. Oh, dude. If the Rangers lose this series, 5 needs to be punished with a Louis Domingue jersey while eating spicy pork and broccoli on the stream. Louis Domingue Penn's jersey with spicy pork and broccoli. That's how you do it, kids. That's the only way you can do it. Oh, yeah. Rip Adrian Payne of the Michigan State team. Epps in the chat for Adrian Payne. They better give up their NBA history. The problem is they won't. The Titans didn't when they moved from Houston, but at least give up the name Supersonics. Because once again, if you remember, Charlotte, New Orleans eventually gave up the Hornets name. After a while, they were known as the Bobcats, and then they moved back to the Hornets, I believe, in 2013. So there is a chance for change there. It's whatever, it's not worth it. Rangers shoot on net, shot blocked. Penguins have it now. Guentzel flicks it back into the zone. Russ gives chase. Miller has it behind the net. Miller's going to take it, moves back over to Fox. Fox flips over the wing. Fox moves back over to Miller. Pens have a full-scale line change. Back over to Fox. Goes over to, looks like Ryan Strome. Dumps it in, and it's going to be cleared out, deflected out, so no delay of game penalty. 6:32 left in the second. You can feel the atmosphere just die at MSG, and I mean die. Penguins are dominating this game from a scoring perspective and perhaps a possession perspective in some regards. The Rangers really haven't had any high-speed chances, even though he's had 19 saves. The main primo chances have been in the Ranger zone. I mean, maybe I'm misreading it, but most of the shots Domingue has faced have been very low pressure, no high risk shots. So the Penguins are playing the game they want to play. And I just jinxed them for that. Marino has it now. It's going to be held up, passed over to McGinn. McGinn's going to dump it in the zone. Schneider gives chase with Malkin. Malkin has it. It's going to be met by Heinen. Reeves flicks it out. Met's up by Marino. Malkin has it, dumps it in for a line change. Shesterkin has it. Flicks it back behind the line. Met up by, looks like Reeves. Can't corral it in time. Puck bouncing. It's going to keep bouncing behind the blue line where it's recovered by the Rangers. McGinn gives chase, but no success. Met by Braun. It's going to be intercepted by the Penguins. Zucker has it. Zucker backhand saved by Shesterkin on another brutal turnover by the Rangers. That, once again, the primo chances have been for the Penguins in this game. Like, they're just getting dominated. Terrible turnover. Nearly leads to another catastrophic situation. Jason Zucker had plenty of time. Braun couldn't come back to chase. And we're back to another commercial break. Ideal place to live. It's anywhere with, decent bit of land, some internet, all the necessities I need. Close to relatively close to like a city with like a sports team or two behind it. So it's not like I'm taking 3 hours to go somewhere. That would be me. And it looks like I'm losing internets. Was it a piece of metal or a trash can? Oh, dude, 5 dunks on himself. He's already resigned. That's like beating a dead horse. That's the key with that, Michael. I'm installing a full liquor bar in my man cave with my stellar Super Bowl banners. There you go, man. Having a liquor bar in your basement's good shit. I want to have one of those someday. I've always wanted to do like a beer channel, like as a secondary channel, just review and talk shit about beer. Like, I would want like my own bar or like a setup behind it, and then I'd do it there. But that's more long term. We'll see how it goes from there. Legends of the Hidden Temple. That was dude, I loved that show when I was a kid. But that was such a long time ago. I always wanted to be on that show, but I'd never be in Orlando, Florida. Apparently, Tom was on that show for a hot minute. And then his partner, he didn't make it past the first obstacle course. So, no, we don't get to see little Tom Grassi on the camera, hearing questions from Olmec. No, I will remind you of the 7-1 lead. And you will accept the 7-1 lead. The problem with the Rangers is Shesterkin bailed them out a ton. I thought he would keep bailing them out. I thought they had changed up a bit, and that's why I was kind of confident about them, but it feels like we're back to January. Like, Shesterkin can't bail them out like he used to. The Rangers' defensive holes are being massively exposed. Rangers' offense can't get anything going. The Penguins' system is really giving them fits. Gallant can't adjust, and it's just getting ugly for them. They're getting blown the fuck out. The score doesn't justify it, but the Penguins are playing very, very solid hockey right now. They are just clamping down and just showing no mercy. And just as we watch, the Rangers will probably score a goal. Strome has it. Rangers move it back. Deflects behind the Rangers zone. Fox has it. Moves back to Strome. Kopp with a quick shot. Blocked off by the Penguins. Rust has it. Rust moves back. Panarin has it now. Panarin behind the net, tries to back in, tries to do a little trickery, no success. Quick shot on by Trouba, saved by Domingue. Going to be met up by Kopp. Kopp with a quick one-timer, and it's a save by Domingue again on Trouba. Here comes Kopp. Kopp moves it back over to Fox. Tired Penguins on the ice. Fox flicks, fires, shots, and it's a goal off the upper crossbar by Adam Fox. Here comes the fire, and I jinxed them immediately. It's a 2-1 game, and the Rangers are back in it. The towels are flying in blue on the other side. And you knew it was coming. You knew it's coming. We have a game again. All it takes is one. Yeah, jukes it off and juked by a couple Penguins. Domingue can't read it properly. And nice snipe by Adam Fox. No, hey. No, none of that. None of that. Oh, Crosby's in the locker room now. Oh, great. That's nice. Oh, it's beautiful outside today, man. Absolutely beautiful. Domingue has it now. Moves over to Pedersen. Rangers having a bit of fire. See the desperation in themselves right now. And you knew this was coming. It was only a matter of time. Took them long enough. Marino flicks it back in. Ice is extremely tilted. Rangers have all the momentum, and it's the first time they've really had momentum since the first period of game one. Braun moves it back in, goes over. Marino recovers in his own zone. Back to Pedersen. Penguins flick it over. It's going to be taken back. Pedersen tries to give speed. It's going to be taken by Lafreniere with speed. Lafreniere has it. Waits, holds. Back over to Zibanejad. Shot wide, and it's going to go out of the Penguin zone. Here come the Rangers again with Flurry. Moves back over. Lafreniere has it. Tries to block it, and the Letang recovers in time. Trouba tries to get the clear, and he gloves it, but the Penguins are going to clear it out of the zone. Keandre Miller has it back. Penguins make a couple changes, but limited. Can be met by Philip Hedl. Hedl has it now. Dumps it back in behind for Lafreniere. Lafreniere has it. Skates behind. Moves over to Keandre Miller. Quick shot. Deflected wide. Goes over to Jacob Trouba. Back to Fox. Trouba has it now. Back over to Kakko. Kakko tries with a backhand and another goal by Alexis Lafreniere. We have a tie game again. Well, yeah, I jinxed it. I knew I was going to fucking jinx it, and we have a 2-2 game. The momentum has swung all the other way, and we are back to 2-2. Yeah, you knew this was coming. I mean, they were going to come with fire. I mean, there's not much you can do there. It was a nice pass, and unfortunately, nobody's really reading Lafreniere in front of the net. Domingue got hung out to dry. Megas due for 5,000 Costa Rican cologne. Interesting topic. Politically and economically, I'm more of a libertarian myself, which means that from an American point of view, both libs and conservatives hate me from time to time. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. People hate centrists. They think it's just like, oh, it's a both sidesism. I don't agree with that logic, but a lot of people think like that. You have to be one side or the other. Corey jinxing is very real. Here come the Penguins. Quick wrist shot blocked off by Shesty. Rodriguez tries to recover. No success. Rangers coming back in. Here comes Kopp. Kopp with the speed. Goes behind with Friedman. Kopp tries to flick it back. Goes over to Strome. Ruedel has it. More scrummery. 2:25 left in the second period. Goes back over to Friedman. Friedman dumps it in the zone. Flicks it back over to Miller. Miller, quick slap shot, and it's going to be blocked off. Shot wide. Trouba has it. Flicks over by Carter. Trouba has it in front of the zone, and it's another goal again. Goal again. Goes off a Penguin defenseman, Jacob Trouba, and Penguins are going back eating to lunch. We've gone from complete domination to getting shit wrecked in front of our own zone. The pegging has commenced. There will be sore buttholes all over the morning in Pittsburgh. The liquor is coming with fury. The Rangers have come with a fire unlike any other. Actually, it didn't go off anybody. He was screened in front of the net. It just goes through both Boyle's legs and Domingue's legs. And Baldy's going to be chanting all the shit. I mean, once again, it's a 3-1 series league. We'll see. Shesty makes a dangerous pass. Quick shot blocked off by Shesty. Here comes Malkin. Malkin with a quick shot, and the Penguins have recovered again. Jake Guentzel, 3-3 game again. The towels have come out. We're not going dead into the night. We have a tie game again. This game is absolutely fucked. I don't know what's going on. The Rangers have all the momentum, and the Penguins are like, bitch, you shut the fuck up, and you're going to slap them left and right like Will Smith did to Chris Rock at the Academy Awards. That's how you do it in Penguin land. A tremendous one-on-one play by Evgeny Malkin, and Jake Guentzel finishes with the bakery. Oakmont has come open, and it is serving a bunch of Oakmonters to all the hungry and fat yinzers in all the land. 3-3, we have a game. Oh, boy. I would have been a lot happier if this happened before the 3 goals. Yeah. Penguins have it. Kreider nearly recovered it. No success. Penguins clear it back into their zone. Bluger gives chase. No success. Here come the Penguins. Pettersson has it. Moves back over. Nearly deflected by McGinn, but it's shot wide. McGinn has it behind the net again. Goes over to Zucker. Zucker has it. No, really. It goes over to Lindgren. Lindgren has it. Moves back. Zibanejad recovers. Zibanejad bunks it over the boards. Goes over to the Rangers. Here comes Lindgren. Lindgren has it behind the nets. Pettersson gives chase. Malkin recovers. Minute 5 left in the second period. We have action all over the place. Don't go anywhere. Here I am getting bored talking about taxes in California and talking about our future plans. And we have a minute left. And now we have another game. We're tied at 3. And yeah, it is 2-0. You know what? I'm going to keep it like this. I wish it were still 2-0. I'm just kidding. It's 3-3. And the second period is underway in Washington and Florida, by the way. Yeah. The problem is, like, I feel like every time I'm on this screen trying to look at the chat, the problem is it keeps, it doesn't refresh. So it's one of those situations. No greatest game. Why are Yinzers fat? No, I'm just saying generally. I mean, I'm a fat ass myself, so I'm not talking in general. And also, Oakmont's a really high-end bakery. They serve delicious stuff, so like I shouldn't know that, but they really do. It's delicious. Made fresh locally. French design. 33 seconds left. Penguins try to give chase. It's going to be blocked in back in their zone. Letang has it now. Letang holds, tries to shoot it up. No success. Blocked off by Shesty. Rangers are going to flick it back into the zone. Letang has to recover behind his red line. Goes back to Ruedel. Goes ahead of McGinn's stick. Back to Letang. 10 seconds left. Well, kids, get your beer, get your cigarettes. Daddy may not be coming back for a while. We're tied at 3 after a rather intense 3-minute set. We have a game, boys. We have a game. No, dude, most exciting game was Tampa Bay Toronto last night. That was a thriller. That was a really good game. And also the 3 overtime game. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to take a little break. I'll be right back. I got to take care of some business myself. Give me 1 second. We're going to wave them towels in solidarity. Mr. Chair, take over. Yeah, I need you to cover for me. Chair, did you hold properly? Did you hold, lad? Did you hold? Penguins got Super Cup. All right. We're back to it. Honestly, dude, I didn't wish Baldy were here. If Baldy were here, we'd have lost. No, you ain't fluffy. You just have more cushion for the pushing, Savage. Oakland used to have the Seals, but the problem is nobody showed up to their games. They had a lot of issues supporting their team, and there was issues there. Oh, shit. Washington's up 3-0 now. Uh-oh. Panthers are going to get a congrats video. Boop, boop. You should blow it up. It'd be hilarious. Fortunate thing is, it's not as embarrassing as the 19 Lightning, but it's still, it's really fucking bad. Chair said nuts. No nudes. Chair, he'll be starting an OnlyFans in a couple of days. I think so. It's relatively close. I think it's not super far away, but it's relatively close. I gotta wait. What a wonderful bakery. Has that 24-hour drive-through. Ooh, heaven sent. Where is this? This has to be somewhere nice. Oakmont Bakery is nowhere near 24-hour. 24-hour bakery. I expected the same. I didn't expect New York to go quietly either. They were way too quiet. I did not expect that validity. Like that is the that's the offense I was expecting from the Rangers earlier on. Penguins straight up collapsed in their defensive zone. That was probably the worst hockey they had played since the first period. And it was just like 3-minute blip. Boom, 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 goal. Very one-sided. Rangers took advantage of their opportunities, but the Penguins are somehow still in it because they've been taking advantage too. They've had some strong opportunities, strong shots. Yes, I am wearing pants. Chair is doing all right. Go, Chair, go. And everyone left because of the chair. What's wrong with the chair? Tree, favorite YouTuber, thanks for being great. Dude, Dapper, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much for joining us on this stream. Honestly, if Florida does, I don't know what they do. I mean, at this point, you may have to trade Bobrovsky if you can, but who's going to take him? Because Bobrovsky's not your answer. And once again, you have an issue. Your defense got really cocky. Your goaltending's had issues. You need a real coach. Brunette's not it. Brunette has shown that he has been way out of his element, and Laviolette's completely outcoaching him. So you're going to have to go for somebody, maybe Barry Trotz. Trotz wouldn't be a bad pick if they're in a situation. I can see Trotz being thrown like $6-7 million because once again, they did it for Guentzel. Savage, the chair goes Yinzer mode in spirit. It's in solidarity. Tree behind chair is no leaves. Yeah, it's a. There are some leaves. This is a leaf. This is a leaf. This is a leaf. It's metal. My mom got it for me. Like I'm not big on self-promotion, but she thought it looked good and she just threw it there. And apparently I look like a deity like this, or something's growing out of my head. No, never, because Florida is meant to die. The only way they can end their curse is if they play the Penguins. Yes, and it is now 3-0 Panthers, by the way. All the poor Florida Panther fans are going to have to leave to beat traffic out of Sunrise. It's half hour back to Miami. No Maple Leafs. O'Fallon, Missouri. Oh, by the brewery, O'Fallon's Brewery. Hour drive west of St. Louis. I'm surprised there's actually a 24-hour brewery out there. There you go. I don't know. I mean, I thought he was going to get a big contract, but that mid-season slump kind of hurt him a little bit. If he has a strong playoff, somebody will pay up. It's probably not going to be Toronto, unfortunately. That's the problem. I don't know who's going to take back. Oh. You mean the first play button? I have it. I got it a while ago. It kind of fell off. It's this thingamabob. As you can tell, I really didn't give a shit about it. It's like presented to blah 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 for passing 100,000 subscribers. It's yeah, nobody cares. I think probably costs like $5 to make. Then comes like the million, and dude, I didn't get that thing until like 2 years ago when I was like, I got 300,000. I never really gave a shit. Empty seats in Florida. Hold on, I'll have to verify this, and hopefully, I won't have to hear about my taxes. Celtics lead Milwaukee. Uh-oh. No, actually, they're the 18-19 Lightning. Crowd going frustrated. You think? Really? I couldn't tell. I like the Penguins logo. They used to go to the RoboPen, but Lemieux hated the RoboPen. So that's why we have this one. 5 at the same time in early June after the baseball games. That one mostly depends on what we have to do. I mean, once we get back, I'm going to have to settle in. So I'll talk to 5 about it if I can, man. No updates on Crosby, but apparently Crosby is still being evaluated. It might be a concussion. So not good. Honestly, I don't think either or is a good opponent for the Penguins if they have the goaltending. So, I mean, I'd probably rather face Boston, but at the same time, Boston's not exactly a slouch. Carolina, they would probably cream the shit out of us. It's what I expect with the Rangers, but on a grander scale. Depends if their goaltending sucks a big bag of ass. 3-0 Capitals. Panthers are shit in the bed because that's what they do because they're fucking worthless. You traded Claude Giroux and Jumbo Joe for this. Jesus Christ. You're fucking pathetic. Grossi about to melt down. Oh, come on. It's only down 3-2, buddy. Okay, we go. Oh, wow, the Panthers scored. Holy shit. The Panthers fucking scored. The only person that ever fucking does anything for that team. Carter Verhaeghe. You know, maybe you should just clone Carter Verhaeghe 20,000 times because he's the only fucking person doing anything on offense for the Panthers. Holy fuck. The offense that can score at will finally scored. Motherfuck. Wow. Justin Silverman, if Crosby is done, I don't know if Malkin can go back into form for both my teams could be done. Pens need to get out of this series and heal. Yeah, they do. They also need Raquel back, and you also need Jari back. Otherwise, you aren't going anywhere. Domingue's a hell of a story. He's still a third-string goalie. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, if Crosby's in concussion protocol, remember, he nearly retired due to concussions about 10 years ago. So there's also that. There is a lot of chaos going on right now. Well, travesty, you also have to remember, Moncton, New Brunswick also has a more passionate hockey base. You also have a major junior team, I believe, in Moncton. So you also have that to consider. Hold on. Someone's trying to call me on Discord. I can't talk, man. I'm streaming. Here we go. Come on, Panthers. Do something. Crosby, with being hit by Braun, was rushed to the dressing room and is being evaluated. Fucking Justin Braun. Come on. Nobody wants Justin Braun to do shit. Who came to a hockey game to watch Justin Braun? Jesus. Well, maybe I'll stop watching because the Panthers can not suck dicks. Maybe we can do that for once. Huh? Maybe you can stop being the Calgary Flames of the Eastern Conference and stop fucking underachieving. Maybe that could be a start. No, it wasn't 5. It was somebody else. Honestly, all you have to say is Philly's a shithole. Philly is a miserable place. It is a hell that nobody should experience. And Philly feels the same way about Pittsburgh. They think they're the inferior little brother that died in the 80s when Steele left. So you know what? The feelings are very mutual. Alfarius Omegon, how about that draft lottery, NHL draft video? I don't really follow the NHL draft that much because most of the players aren't going to be NHL caliber, at least for a few years. The only players that really do anything are like maybe the one or two first or second pick, and they don't really do much except in rare circumstances. You have to remember 2020, you were playing Alexis Lafreniere and Tim Stützle. Stützle is improving a bit. He still needs time, same as Lafreniere. They're not going to be in their prime for another 5 years. Yeah, that's the big thing. That's why a lot of teams moved out in the 90s. The Canadian dollar had fallen hard, and that's why you had a bunch of teams move or nearly move. Quebec moved. Winnipeg moved. Ottawa nearly moved. Edmonton nearly moved. Calgary nearly moved. The only teams that were really safe were Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal. Sorry, I was a little thirsty. Dude, I don't know. I mean, it'd be hilarious if they did, but at the same time, it's just like, just fucking get it done. Same thing with Florida. It's like, just fucking get it done. I'm fucking done. I'm tired. I'm tired of you fucking choking all the time. Win 4 games, then I'll take you seriously in the playoffs, Toronto. Yet the Devils nearly moved a couple times, actually. They nearly moved to Nashville. They nearly moved to Houston. They nearly moved a couple times. Carolina nearly moved. Florida nearly moved. Pittsburgh nearly moved a couple times. Jeff Ward out in Anaheim for personal reasons, the old Calgary coach. Edmonton? Edmonton, they nearly moved to Houston. They were a last-minute deal with, I believe, the owner of the Rockets at the time. They were going to move to Houston and be called the Oilers. I believe that is a 7 o'clock game. Let me check. Yeah, it's a 7 o'clock game. Fortunate thing, if you're Florida, it's only the second period and not the third. Although, knowing them, they'll probably fucking choke. 7:30 is the game tomorrow. On TBS if you're in the States. I know we probably have a few Canadians and foreigners here as well. Non-Americans, I should say. St. Louis to the Central and Dallas to the Pacific. Well, St. Louis is already in the Central. So that's not going to work. Do you mean Colorado? Wait, Colorado's in the Central too. So that wouldn't work out. So Dallas is already in the Central. Dallas wouldn't make sense because, that would be for travel. Dallas would riot. Calling it now, Vegas dumps DeBoer and hires Trotz. I can see it. Although I feel like Vegas is trying to use injuries as an excuse and blame it on the players when they're going to panic. No, there are more good American players. Don't talk shit about American players. Logan Cooley, second prospect in hockey behind Shane Wright. He's a Pittsburgh product, baby. Black and gold pride, motherfucker. Black and gold pride. Yeah, I have a Discord group. I don't run it. I'm more hands-off. So anything, the rules and regulations, I have no responsibility for. I had a Discord group a while ago. It became cancer, and I'm like, fuck it. I don't want anything to do with it. So I nuked it. It was a blight on humanity, and hopefully we will never talk about it again. Yes, Philly does suck. We came to watch violence, Jared. Violence. And I think we're about to start the third period. Black Keys by the Wild Child playing in the background. Excuse me. This game's looking rigged and scripted with these comebacks. Kind of. Panthers goal got waved off. Yeah, that sounds... Oh, there was a goal that got waved off earlier by the Panthers, too. It got pulled out, but it was played dead. Everyone laughed at the Flyers for existing, dude. The no cup since 75 is one of the greatest stale memes in history, and I hope it stays for forever. Florida saved by the technicalities of offsides. Oh, so the Capitals may have scored again. Oops. Andrex, I think the link is in the U-Tree subreddit, I believe. So it's on there, and you should be good. Terry Francona and several members of the Guardians were sleeping with Corona via the one I said. I did remember Francona had it. I wasn't sure about anything else. And yeah, Crosby is so no Crosby yet, unfortunately, and I'm not happy. Not happy. No Crosby. I'm gonna cry. No Crosby. And we have a 3-3 lead or tie. So the Rangers are they're gritting it up, and they're being dirty fucks. Nah, Crosby's not dead. He's probably out for the rest of the game. Malkin out of the face-off circle. He's going to be replaced. Crosby on the front line. Going to be taken by Matheson behind the slot. Here comes Matheson. It's going to be taken over by Rust. Rust with speed down the right side. Quick wrist shot wide. Talking by Malkin. Malkin with the shot blocked wide again. Rangers coming with numbers again. Going to be going with Kreider. Kreider has it back over to Zibanejad. Zibanejad punched out of the air before it could get to a Ranger. Zibanejad recovers his own rebound. Matheson has it behind the net, recovers with speed. Letang has it, dumps it in the zone. Fox gives chase, shoots it out of there. Penguins recover. It's going to be shot on net, shot wide. Goes to Zibanejad. It's going to be taken back by, looks like Strome. Going to go over to Fox. I don't know who that is. Sorry, Cop, sorry. Goes back. Lindgren tries to recover, pinches in. No success. It's going to be met by the Penguins. Here comes Heinen. Heinen dumps, tries to chase. Will have success behind the net. Flicks it back towards the Penguin zone of Marino. Marino holds, flicks it, pays ping pong. Met by the Penguins. Jeff Carter at the point. And there's going to be a penalty on the Penguins. And it might be a slash. Are they going to show blood? We'll see. Yeah, now that hold on. Looks like Florida has scored, by the way, 3-2. It's a 2-minute penalty. So we have a penalty right now, and the Panthers' high-end talent is going to be bailing them out. So who was the penalty on? Yeah, Pets. Pets is going to be the penalty. They're going to call interference. Don't worry. Florida will disappoint me again like they always do. Chris Hufford, what did you do to Hurricanes, man? He's just resting dormant. He had to take care of some small projects. He got laid off because of COVID, so that's where he is. He'll come back come cup time if they make the cup. Penguins win the faceoff. Clear it out of the zone. 2 for 9 on the power play in the playoffs. About league average, 22%. Fox has it. Behind the net, corrals back. 1:49 left. Going to be taken back by the Rangers. Dump it in the zone. Domingue is going to try and recover it. Nearly intercepted by the Penguins. Tries to keep it out of the zone. Can't get it out. Rangers have it. Kreider flips it back across the board over to Panarin. Panarin has it. Goes over to the Penguins. Fox has it. Fox, you guys, holds. Quick wrist shot. Blocked off by the Penguins. Doesn't get to Domingue. Here comes Strome. Strome flips over to the side. Back to Fox. Strome on the right-hand side. Strome to Zibanejad. Quick shot wide. Here comes Panarin on the left side. Panarin moves back behind the net. Goes back to Kopp. Strome has it. Back over to Fox. Rangers buzzing in their own zone. Panarin, and it's blocked off by the Penguins, and they're going to get a partial line change. Going back to Panarin, dumps it in the zone. 55 seconds left in the penalty. Stops the puck, and the Penguins are going to do a full clear as Matheson dumps it back, and they'll get the remainder of the change. Rangers started 2 for 2, are in an 0 for 7 drought. 40 seconds left on the penalty to Pettersson. Kopp has it. Kopp waits, holds, tries to get it up front, can't get it. Malkin has it, skates up the middle, tries to burn a little time. He's going to dump it in, but unfortunately, Boyle actually trips on his own puck. Now the Rangers are coming back with numbers 5-on-3. Here comes Vetrano. Vetrano has it, moves back to Lafreniere. Quick shot, scores! Philip Hedl. 4-3. And the drought is over. Filipino with the fantastic shot. And unfortunately, Domingue, Boyle made a mistake. Boyle definitely made a mistake. So, I mean, dude, I'm not going to melt down yet. It's too early to melt down, man. I mean, you still have 2 more shots if you lose this game, so it is what it is. I expected them to come out with some fury. I was hoping they'd go for the kill, but the defense is falling apart. Rangers have finally found their form. It's about fucking time. So it is how it is. Rangers win the face-off. We may be coming back here on Friday. Who knows? Here come the Penguins. Moves back over to Rust. Rust has it in his own zone, moves over to Malkin. Malkin skates up center, collides with Guentzel, and the Rangers now have a 2-on-1. Here comes Zibanejad. Zibanejad moves over to Kreider. Kreider, wrist shot, glove save by Louis Domingue. On a 4-on-1, on a terrible collision by Malkin and Guentzel. The lack of chemistry obviously showing, but unfortunately, no serious injury, but a potential disaster nearly occurring. 4-on-1, but Domingue comes up large and in charge and spicy. A big old spicy pork of a save with a side of broccoli. 480 people somehow watching me melt down and be a bitch. You're not going to see me melt down. I'm sorry. Unless Crosby's out, then I'll die. Rangers are going to clear it out, deflect it out. It's going to be a face-off in the neutral zone. Oh, come on. Bettman doesn't want a Game 7. What Bettman really wants is another stream or 2 with me in 5. That's what he wants. Well, Malkin was doing his own thing. He's used to playing with Heinen and Kapanen. He's not playing with Guentzel and Russ. So they're playing for Crosby. He's playing for his wingers. That's what happened. Chad is now responsible for keeping up to date on the Pens game. Has there been any update? No, not yet. Still 3-2 in that game. Penguins recover. Here comes back. Quick shot by the Penguins. Saved off. Blot wide. Zucker has it behind the net. Zucker tries to pass it in. No success. Marino keeps it in zone, though. It's going to be taken by the Rangers. Ice has been very tilted despite the dominant performance early on, especially over these past 10 minutes, and the Rangers have struck like lightning. Comes Zucker. Zucker moves back behind the net. Quick shot by Rodriguez. Shot wide. Rodriguez shoots again. It's going to be deflected wide. And the Rangers are going to be in a foot race. Ruedel recovers in time. Several Rangers pursuing. It's going to be taken by the Rangers again. Now Strome has it left-hand side. Strome wrist shot blocked off by Ruedel. Strome has it behind the net. Taken by Danton Heinen. Haven't told that name that much today. Kopp intercepts. Quick shot, and it's unfortunately whiffed by Ryan Strome, who had a grade A opportunity in front of the net. Panarin has another chance. Unfortunately, no success. Ruedel tries to get it. Gets nearly intercepted in front of the zone. Rangers keep it in. It's going to be taken by Braun. Braun moves over to Schneider. Penguins are playing defensive and in fits. Letang gets knocked into his own goalie with the puck, and Domingue has to hold. And the Panthers have tied it up. We are tied at 3. Panthers with the high-end talent. I must talk about the real heroes here. The high-end talent. The high-end talent. The high-end talent. Save the day. Everywhere. We must talk about the high-end talent. The high-end talent on the Rangers, and the high-end talent on the Penguins, and the high-end talent on the Leafs, and the high-end talent on the Panthers. All of the high-end talent is coming, and it is going to be beautiful. Rust is having his 30th birthday, by the way. I'm not happy. Yeah, no fun right now, unfortunately. Yeah, I wish we still had a 2-goal lead. Fucking assholes. Here we go. Shot off. Just Jorgen with the save. Lafreniere back with the recovery. It's going to be taken back into the zone. Letang has to pull back and recover. Be taken by Mike Matheson. Matheson shoots it up the board. It's going to be met by a Ranger, Ryan Lindgren, in mid-ice. Dumped in the zone. Domingue has to hold. Letang recovering. The Penguins are just sitting there wondering where the fuck they went long in life and why they didn't wear a condom when they last had sex. Here come the Penguins. It's going to be met by Evan Rodriguez. Carter pushes at Lindgren into the net. It's going to keep going. Rodriguez still has it. Somebody's holding a skate, but no penalty. Carter has it behind the net. Quick backhand, and there's going to be no penalty. And it looks like, yeah, they're holding up with a lot of obstruction. Nobody really gives a shit, but whatever. Everyone's going to bitch at the refs anyway. Marino has it at the blue line. Going to pass it up front for Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to pass it up, blocked off by the Rangers. Marino has it back. Marino still tries to hold. He's still pursuing. Lindgren comes up with it, recovered by Fox. It's going to be met up. It's going to be intercepted by the Penguins. Marino has it, dumps it in for a line change. Shesty holds it behind the net. And there's going to be Rodriguez, tries to bull rush, but Lindgren avoids it like it's at Pamplona. Dumps it in. Met up by Domingue. Domingue moves it back to Friedman. Friedman dumps it in, recovered by Heinen. Heinen has it back to Bluger. Going to be met by Kapanen. Kapanen goes over to Ruedel. Ruedel shot off the post. Bluger has it back over to Ruedel. Ruedel takes it back over to Bluger. Bluger has it now. Tries to recover. Heinen is going to try and hold it. Does. Dumps it back in for Kapanen. Bluger has it behind the net. Moves it back on a backhand. Kapanen can't hold it. And unfortunately, it was a golden opportunity, but he couldn't see it. And Shesty holds it. Opportunities coming all over the ice. Oh, God damn it. Ugh. I just want to make sure I'm not losing any supers. Or Snapchats, as we used to call them. Hold on. It looks like the Rangers are actually going to take a penalty. Strome lost their discipline, and he's going to the box. The Penguins have another power play opportunity to try and tie it with some momentum. Yeah. Got a face wash, and Bluger's trying to punch. Oh, he punched him right in the face. Yeah, they're going to get that every time. If you try and punch, you're done. Stephen Frick, of Florida taken out by Washington. Would you consider doing a video on the most notable failure of thy glorious President Trophy winners? Yes, no, high in town. That would be a bad idea. Although, that would be a very lengthy list. A fantastic list, if I say so myself. Nick Shannon, what's your take on Leafs Bolts? Will the high-end talent capitalize on the cup hangover? Also, if the Pens blow this series, you going full tangle? Nah, I'm not going full tangle. I had no expectations about this team, so if they lose, it's like, whatever. I don't give a shit. That's not much you can do about that, unfortunately. But it is good for business. Nobody can beat Avalanche except the Leafs. No, I think the Hurricanes could beat them. I think the Hurricanes have a chance. High-end talent everywhere. Let's get Jared Froman. Here I come to save the day, because high-end talent's on the way. Yeah, we got fight Panthers on the power play again. Samsonov's injured too. Oh, shit. Samsonov was the only reason the Panthers were in this game. If Samsonov's injured, that's not good. Number one would obviously be Lightning. No. Well, it would be, and then 2012 the Canucks would be up there. The Penguins losing to the Islanders would be up there. Yeah. Jared, you might get a call, especially if you're emergency goalie. I'd make your report to Minnesota right away. Okay, he's staying in? Good. Yeah, Strome's trying to do a little punch out. He thinks he's facing Don Flamenco, and he's trying to do the star punch. No success, Mr. Sandman. Little Mac? No, none of that. Bluger, unfortunately, is not Soda Popinski. Rust has it back on the new power play opportunity. Penguins are going to clear, but the Rangers have a 2-on-1. Here comes Kopp. Kopp has it back, flicks over to Trouba, and he can't flub it. He flubs the shot. Kopp has it behind the net, but it's going to be taken by Guentzel, and the Pens will try to regroup. 1:40 left on the power play. Not a good start, Penguins. Not a good start. Here comes Rust. Rust moves back to Letang. The Sharks weren't there. Quick slap shot blocked off. Here comes Rust. Back to Letang. Another shot by Rodriguez. Tickles wide of the net. Malkin has it back. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez has it. Poke check by Trouba. Rodriguez has it back over to Rust. Rust back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez comes in. Over back to Rust. Rust backhands it. Quick shot by Guentzel. He can't get it in time. And the Rangers will clear. The Sharks reverse sweep. They weren't the President's Trophy, so they weren't good. They did lose to the Ducks, though, in 6, so they'll be up there. No, we don't want game 6. And they're calling a whistle. It looks like there may be something wrong with Shesty's equipment. So they're going to check the helmet and see what's up. So we have 55 seconds left in the period. I didn't know if Bruins were President's Trophy. That's the only thing. That was a reverse sweep, not the President's Trophy. They blew a 3-0 series lead, and they blew a 3-0 lead in Game 7. Yep, 2010 too, the Canadiens. Yeah, double penalties, Orlov and Barkov to the box. But a huge turn of events. Florida has come back from a 3-0 hole. There may be life. They may be saved. They may be saved. Here I come to save the day. Means the Mighty Mouse is on the way. My heart rate, I don't know what my heart rate is. I wish I had a heart rate monitor. I don't think it's really that high. My heart rate's like relatively calm. I mean, if we were in the cup final, I'd be like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. 5-point plungers, Lightning, and 3 will forever be a classic. Dude, that should have never died. That was one of the greatest times I've enjoyed making a video. I loved making that. It was beautiful. And we ruined it. I fucking hate the Lightning because they took away my trust. They made me eat shit 2 years in a row. And now they're going to take away the greatest meme of all time. Fuck you, Lightning. I fucking hate you. Oh, Penguins nearly fuck it up in their own zone. Malkin nearly did a dirt, but Letang's able to recover from behind. Here comes Letang. Dumps it back into Guentzel. Guentzel has it right point. Guentzel moves back to Malkin behind. Tries to flick it in, but it flicks off Lindgren, and Shesty's going to hold. 19 seconds left in the penalty. Legacies and experience. Also, Dave Lewis is their head coach. You don't have to forget that. Was that Dave Lewis or was that somebody else? It may have been 04. And we've got fighting going on. Malkin's doing the fisticuffs. We've got Angry Gino. Minute 47 left in the second in Washington and Florida. Minute 47 left there. 11:21 left here. And Malkin needs score goal. Malkin needs score goal badly. I don't even want to know what the great Mega King is trending. They might be offsetting roughing penalties. Yep, Strome gets an unsportsmanlike conduct. Malkin gets a minor for roughing and unsportsmanlike. So we're going to 4-on-3 hockey, I believe. Actually, looks like we're getting another penalty. Looks like Guentzel's going to the box too. And Lindgren's going to the box too. So we have a lot of penalties going on. They're all going in the box. We're going to crowd the box. Not COVID safe. Definitely not COVID safe. No. Dave Lewis was this past generation's probably someone who's completely overmatched. Phil Housley. Take Phil Housley with talent. So that was Nick Shannon for 5. All of us in Columbus apologize for creating the monster that is the Lightning. Also, F. Jeff Carter. Actually damaged you in the long run because you were stuck with John Tortorella for the next 2 years. No, it's actually going to be 3-on-3. If that's the case. Or the 2 penalties will offset. It'll still be 4-on-3. It'll probably be one of those situations. No, you can't do a 2-on-2. The lowest you can do is a 3-on-3. Refs give out a ton of penalties. Well, refs give out a ton of penalties. This is actually really rare. Most of the time, they just don't actually call penalties. I think the Oilers force out a Game 7, C. Kendall. I really think they do. End of 2, and we have a tie game. Florida came back from the brink to tie the game. Honestly, I thought the Kings were going to be easier too. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's going to be in the Penguins zone of 4-on-4. Here come the Penguins. behind their own zone. Matheson's going to take it. Jonathan Bordeaux, were there any expectations? Yes, there were. I think they at least wanted to make the second round, at minimum. They did not have themselves eliminated in the first round. There's still a chance, but at the same time, not good. And it looks like the Rangers are going to be on the power play. Yep, minute 35 power play for the Rangers. Yeah, maybe, Johnny, you may be right. They may be rigging it for a Game 7 and all those ratings. Here comes Fox. Fox has it back to Panarin, over to Fox at the point. Fox skates to his left. Continues to skate, tries to hold, look, moves back to Fox from another passer, back to Panarin. Panarin moves it back, backhand to Fox. Fox, quick shot, and it's going to be shot wide. Panarin, Domingue didn't know where it was, but Fox does. It's behind the line, over to Strome. Strome back to Fox. Fox back at the right point, goes over to Zibanejad. Zibanejad back to Panarin. Panarin, half slapper. It's going to be shot. Rebound in front of the net, and it's going to be cleared by the Penguins with 10:16 left in the third. 55 seconds left in the power play. Fox recovers by his own rebound. Going to be taken by the Rangers and Chris Kreider. Kreider, quick wrist shot, shot high. It's going to be taken back at the point by Panarin, back to Fox, over back to Panarin. Panarin holds, waits back for the Kopp. Kopp backhands it to Panarin. Panarin moves it back over to Fox. Fox returns to Panarin. Panarin, quick wrist shot, once again blocked. Trickles away from Domingue. It's going to be tried to shot away, no success. Fox has it back at the point. Quick wrist shot deflected wide. Zibanejad back to Fox. Fox moves over to Panarin. Panarin tries, holds, waits, doesn't get a look. Tries to get the shot, no success. Pettersson tries to grab it back. Carter back over to Pettersson. Letang will flip it back, clear it out, and that will kill off the penalty. The Penguins somehow are still alive. 5 seconds left and ticking, and that will clear out the board. Malkin comes back into the game. It's going to be taken by the Rangers. Hedl gives chase. Weedle has it back to Rust. Rust moves it back over to Kapanen. Kapanen's going to dump it in. Moves it back to Trouba. Trouba has it. It's going to be met by several Penguins. Gets it out of there, though. Matheson will give chase. No icing call. Did not reach the red line. 9 minutes left in the game. Marino is going to take a look. Moves it back. Can't reach happening. Can be taken by the Rangers. Dump it back in. Marino will regroup behind the center line. Penguins reassess their formation. Moves back to, looks like, I can't see, Matheson. It's hard to read the numbers from this screen. Back to it. Matheson still holds. Moves it back over to the Penguin zone. Rust has it back to McGinn. McGinn with a quick shot blocked off. McGinn moves back to Matheson. Matheson holds, tries with the deflection. No success. Saved by Igor Shesterkin. 105-55 Celtics. Grossi's going to be pissed. No, the Clips should move back to San Diego. They really should. A man takes offense when a hockey fan cut off a Buddhist monk. The monk stays his hand. Don't worry, my child. He is my brother. Man goes, what? The monk responds, he too knows life is suffering. He definitely does if he's a hockey fan, especially if he's a fan of a certain team. Maybe he's a Sabres fan. Pens need a better formation. I think the big thing, too, is Crosby's injured, and I think it takes away a ton of their game plan. I mean, could you call it really choking if they weren't really a favorite to begin anyway? I think 5 may be back on Friday, so there's still a chance there. Not 5-3 Rangers yet. 486 people are in this chat. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. We have 8:17 left in the third period. It depends. I mean, Trouba had the elbow on Guentzel. That was Braun with the injury there. So it mostly depends. Grossi doesn't watch hockey, but Milwaukee doesn't really have a team except the Admirals. So unless they get a major league team, they should be okay. I mean, he really is. He really is. Letang tries to hit it up. It's getting very chippy. The Rangers are trying to play a more physical game to try and beat them down. Yeah, I mean, the Rangers are trying to goon it up, and unfortunately, that usually works in hockey. So if you're a skilled team, you're fucked. Face-off will be in the Ranger zone. Malkin will take the face-off. Hopefully, he won't hit. I really do miss Hornqvist, but unfortunately, he was starting to age. I don't know if he's even in the Panthers lineup anymore. His body's trying out. The Bucks have just tied the game. There you go. Bucks are tied. Tom Grossi does happy noises. He's like, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That was terrible. I'm sorry. And it's an icing on the Rangers. Oh, if the Kings win it all, we're going to lose our minds. Like, is this 2014? Yep, they're more goonery to go with their goonery. Yep, that's why you trade a third-round pick for Ryan Reeves. That's why you bring in Barclay Goodrow for that much money. That's why you play Patrick Nemeth. Yeah, my voice is shot. Horny did score, huh? Let me actually take a look at this score here. Yeah, Horny did score. There you go. I haven't heard much of him from Florida because he's always maxed up. Come on, Penguins. Panarin has it. Still has it. Moves back over the point to Trouba. Trouba pulls back. Penguins try to recover, and the Rangers will come with haste. Rooney moves back with Copp. Copp back to Andre Miller. Miller's shot deflected wide. Guentzel tries to dump, won't have success. Panarin tried to get it. Unfortunately, Miller shot it weirdly. Malkin has it now. Malkin tries to flick it over. Nobody there but Den Heinen or Kasperi Kapanen swoops in to save the day. No success. Keandre Miller dumps it back into the boards. It's going to be taken by Kasperi Kapanen. Kapanen with a chaser. Quick shot. And it's going to be saved by Shesterkin on a great shot by Jake Guentzel. You motherfucking son of a bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're supposed to be fucking garbage. God damn it. And there's going to be another penalty on Evgeny Malkin because they're going to say it's on Rooney, and the officials are waving the terrible towels of Riggery because everyone's there. Malkin tried back, and dude, Malkin, you can't do that. Come on. That's a retaliatory hit. That's what Malkin's good for, unfortunately. It's like Malkin is very good at doing retaliatory shit. That's a blatant penalty. I mean, they're waving the terrible towels of blatantly obvious calls. I know Sullivan's furious. That's a good call. Penguins are disraveling. They're going to more than likely go back to Pittsburgh and regroup. I had the Rangers winning this game, but still, I was hoping the Penguins would win, so I wouldn't have to, do anything on Friday. But looks like we're going to be having another round here, especially if the Rangers score. Zibanejad's going to take it in the zone. Met by Strome. Zibanejad recovers. Back to Fox. Fox holds. Backhands it to Zibanejad on the left point. Moves back to Kreider. Back to Zibanejad. Ping pongs. Back to Zibanejad again. Sorry. Kreider again. Kreider recovers his own rebound. Back to Zibanejad. Goes over to Fox. Fox, quick wrist shot, back on the point, no success. Penguins recover and clear. 1:15 left in the penalty. 6:35 left in this contest. Panarin is going to take it down center. Strome on the left point. Strome's going to move it back to Fox, back to Strome. Strome's waiting for an opportunity, waiting for an opening, back to Fox. Penguins in the diamond formation. Back to, looks like Panarin, quick shot. Corralled and cocooned by Louis Domingue. 6:17 left, 56 seconds left. No word on Sir Sidney Crosby, by the way. Hold on. I think they do. I think the Sabres definitely do have some hope. It got better than last year. It absolutely got a lot better. Rooney, no broken nose, unfortunately, but that's the problem. Penguins played sloppy, especially for 5 minutes, and it's cost them big time. Bald Points is definitely a good name. Here comes the Penguins. Quick shot by McGinn, blockered off by Shesty. And the Rangers are going to have to recover in their own zone. Lafreniere with speed goes back to Kopp. Kopp tries to pass it to Lafreniere. No success. Pettersson has it now. Little scrum on the end boards. Lafreniere takes it from behind. Going to be met by Vetrano at the point. Vetrano moves it back to Hedel. Hedel back to Lafreniere. Goes back to Vetrano. To Trouba. Over to Kopp. Kopp skates forward. Quick shot blocked by the Penguins. Friedman dumps it and clears. 10 seconds left. The Penguins will probably kill off a penalty. And the Celtics are up to, there's going to be no overtime here. No overtime. Quick shot in front of the net. Lafreniere was wide open. He couldn't get to him. It was blocked off by Domingue. Lafreniere has it over to Kopp. Kopp behind the net. Tries to muscle. Penalty expired. Kopp recovers from his own zone. Right-hand side. Goes over to Kakko. Back to Lindgren. Lindgren, quick shot. Shot wide. Over to Fox. Goes over to Kakko. Moves over to Fox. Can't recover, and the Rangers are going to have to chase back to their own zone. Shesty holds. Fox recovers. Flicks it back down. Moves it over to Kreider. Back to Rooney. Intercepted by the Penguins in the mid-zone. Friedman is sent back to recover. Goes over to Matheson. Matheson dumps it in for the chase. Recovered by the Penguins. Kapanen moves in. Kapanen, quick shot. Shot wide. Friedman has it, shot wide. Running back. Friedman shot saved by Shesty. Rodriguez moves back. Trick shot by the Penguins, blocked down. Here come the Rangers. Panarin moves in. Panarin quick moves in. Quick backhand block. Rebound can't recover by the Rangers. Panarin. Rodriguez has it. Moves back to Kapanen. Kapanen quits in and it deflects off. And there will be another face-off. The Bucks have a lead. Giannis is still bleeding. Angels tie Tampa 2-2. I'm sorry, it was Trouba that hit Crosby. Right, I thought Braun hit Crosby. My bad. I know Trouba hit Guentzel. Yes, Crosby is in concussion protocol. He has not returned since the second. Giannis is on the line, by the way. Still intermission in Washington and Florida. Milwaukee is leading. I'm going to go to the Milwaukee-Boston game. I'm going to call all of the games. I don't fucking care. All of the games. I will call all of the games. Fuck you. I'm calling every single game. I don't care. It is still 108-107 with 11:04. All of them are huddling up. They're talking about what club they're going to hit next if they win or what TV show they're going to binge if they lose. Al Horford is there. First round, game 1. 5 seconds left. The Celtics are coming in. They're as insufferable as the Bruins. Jason Tatum did a thing. And then the Nets were doing the wonderful damage there. And the Nets, nobody likes the Nets, so fuck them. And the Celtics are in the background. They huddle, clear the break. They've advanced their formation. Yeah, we're calling all of the games. 475 people. Bobby Portis with the layup. Bucks up 1. We're calling all the games. I'm crazy because Shesterkin is too good right now. Well, actually, I'm changing it because Shesterkin is too good right now. This is bonus, bitch. Bonus comes in for the Packs. Quick shot blocked by, what was that, Connaughton? Or did Barry? I don't know who blocked that, but it was a great block by Drew Holiday. A tremendous block. And the Bucks are going to recover. It is a blocked zone. Smart tried to recover. He has Dennis Rodman here. A fantastic block. He's like, bitch, get that out of my way. Get out of my way. Bucks ball. They're going to review that. It's like, nope. Nope. Gobble. Glob. Glob it. Glob that shit. And all the Bostonians are pissed. They're going to burn down everything because the Bruins are going to lose Game 6 to Carolina. Should I call the Masters? Should I really call the Masters? That'd be hilarious. Well, let's go back to the Penguins and see what's happening there. Boston is definitely choking. Basket Gefana! 4:01 left in the game for the Penguins. Face off in the Penguin zone. Taken by Carter. It's going to be met back. Carter recovers again. It's going to be met by Brock McGinn. McGinn has it. Going to flick it back. Met by a gaggle of Rangers. Here they come. Or not. Letang's going to have it there. We're going to call all of the games Fuck it. If Florida's play, we're going to call the games. Matheson has it back. Matheson moves up to the point, moves back behind the point, up behind the line. Matheson looks for a target, can't really grab it, passes it back to Letang, wants to move up, moves back to Matheson. Matheson tries back, tries for center, can't get to it. Matheson still holding. He's circling around like he's a kid, adding duck, duck, goose. McGinn moves back, tries to pass it back, intercepted by the Rangers. Here they come. Kopp has it, moves back over to Kopp. Strome had it, actually. Kopp has it now. Penguins have to recover. Panarin has it in the right point, tries for the backhand, open shot, but it wasn't at his strong point for Strome, and they can't corral it in time. Penguins have it. Back to Kapanen. Zucker has it. Penguins clear it, but they have to regroup. Keandre Miller. Back to Trouba. Dumps it in the zone. Kakko gives chase with Pettersson. Pettersson will win the battle. Or Kakko will win it. He flicks it back from behind him. Still battling. Kakko has it behind the net. Kakko tries to evade Bluger. Kakko does evade one guy. Matheson has it, but Marino's going to recover back. Bluger has it again. It's going to be taken back by the Rangers. Moves back to Dryden Hunt. I'm sorry, Kakko. Kakko is going a one-man possession army. Bluger moves back, goes to Kapanen. Kapanen with speed down the line will dump it. For the quick, Penguins may be pulling up the goal, and the Bucks are going to win. Connaughton is fouled, and the Milwaukee Bucks are raising their terrible towels of their own because they're going to win, and the Celtics shit the bed big time. Bluger tries to get it deflected by a Ranger. It's going to go past the blue line. The Penguins will have to regroup and reassess themselves. Kapanen dumps it in. Blocked by a Ranger. Heinen gives chase. Lindgren tries back. Goes back to the Penguin zone. Big Daddy Jeff Carter has it. Back to Heinen. Quick shot. Blocked off. A rebound. Can't get to a Penguin. And it's going to be dumped in the zone. Here comes the pull. Letang has it now. Letang's going to go back to Guentzel. And there's a collision. Panarin's going to hold. Empty net for the back. Fox is going to have it. And there's going to be a penalty. Who's the penalty going to be on? I don't know. Are they calling offsides or what? $500 people somehow watching. And everyone left. I don't know why everyone left. Everyone left me. I'm lonely. Yeah, Domingue's going to go back in. It was offsides. Domingue will have to hold. Carter takes the face-off. Penguins will win. Goes back over to Rust. Rust tries to give chase with Miller. Rust will win. Rust holds. Moves back to Letang. Extra attacker on. Goes back to Rust. Rust, quick slap shot. Tries to deflect. Goes wide, and it's going to shoot high with a face-off. 68 seconds left in the game. Yeah, I thought like everyone like left. Like there was like probably like a hiccup with the connection. The Celtics blew a 14-point lead. Lowell Celtics is flying high. Rodriguez tried for the deflection. Guentzel shot it high. And Woods chips it into the bunker. Fucking terrible. Dumped in by Malkin. Timeout for the Penguins. They're going to yell at them for playing shitty defense in the second period. It was nice when the Penguins were doing something and then the Rangers decided to realize, oh, wait, right. We're a good hockey team. We're going to do shit for once. And then they came back, scored 3 with Fury, and then Guentzel came back and scored with Fury, and the Rangers scored in a power play by Alexis Lafreniere. And now we are at 4-3. Yes, we're definitely, this is definitely ASMR. And Philip Hedl had a nice goal there. He took a nice shot score. Maybe I should do ASMR instead of yell all the time. Crosby left in pink. Yeah, Crosby left. Can't wait for the tree to call NASCAR with emblem and make driving left sound exciting, dude. It's always good to make driving left sound exciting, dude. Always is. If I cover PGA, that's good. Celtics? Oh, that's definitely an Celtics. If the Rangers win, blame it on California taxes. Penguins win the faceoff. Malkin behind the point. Quick shot back in the front. And the back. No, actually, I thought it was a goal. It's not. It's back behind the net. Quick shot behind. Is it in? No. It's saved by Shesterkin. 57.9 seconds left. This game's giving me coronavirus. I've seen it in arcades. I've never actually played Golden Tee Golf. He's doing a Polish victory lap, except it's not the victory lap. He's driving backwards and is going to crash right into every single person like I did in NASCAR Racing 2. Oh my God, what a terrible organization. Terrible tragedy. The Penguins are going to win, but the Rangers will clear. They're going to dump it. The Rangers are going to try and score. They try to clear it in. No success. It's blocked off. 45 seconds left. Come on, Penguins. Do something. I don't want to be here Friday dealing with bald man. Back to Rodriguez. Goes over to Rust. Rust quick back to the point to Letang. Letang quick wrist shot. Shot wide. Goes over to Guentzel. Guentzel with a quick shot. Shot behind the net. Guentzel tries to backhand it. No success. Scrum in front of the net. No success. It's going to clear out. And the Rangers have it. Lindgren's going to dump it out. Quick back. Guentzel's going to have it in. And it's a goal. Guentzel, why do you betray me? Oh, no. Oh, Guentzel. He was trying to grab that ball like it was Lynn Swan. And it just dumped off. And it slowly rolled towards the net like Lisa on ice. And Millhouse is trapped. He's trying to blow it away. We need some wind. We need a terrible towels to blow the wind. Blow that way. Blow that way. No. No, Guentzel. Bad Guentzel. Bad. God damn it. And we are going back to PPG Paints Arena on Friday. Bald man will hopefully be here. 14 seconds left, 2-goal deficit. I mean, dude, if you were to tell me at the beginning of the series Pens will be up 3-2, I'd be elated. So we got to fight. We got fisticuffs. Fisticuffs. They're fighting. Everyone's fighting. Brian Boyle, everyone kung fu fighting. Their fists flying fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. It's a final, and the Rangers are cheering, and nobody's happening. The goddamn Penguins, they shit the bed in about 5 minutes, and that's why we're in this situation. God damn it, we need to sacrifice more like Penguins from the aviary. This is some grade A bullshit. Bullshit. Let me see if I can get 5 on the line here, and we can talk about some bullshit. 5, pick up, buddy. Stars and Flames underway. Grizzlies and Memphis Warriors under the way, too. Third period underway in Washington. Florida scored, too. Florida scored. The high-end talent of the Florida Panthers is coming with fury. 5, pick up, goddammit. I'm at dinner. Oh, sorry, dude. I just wanted to talk to you about the Rangers game. They won, so.
Yeah, I saw it. They won, and you can go fuck yourself.
Well, you can suck my dick. I'll see you on Friday, motherfucker.
All right. See you, buddy.
Bitch. This fucker thinks he's better than me. He's going to talk about dinner. Oh, boy. You passing shit. Get the fuck out of here. God damn it. The lack of respect. The lack of respect. Do you see that shit? Beast of Metal, damn it. That ominous feeling coming back. Still 2 more shots. Let's see what happens. See y'all Friday night. Yes, sir. 5's in Arizona. He's with a couple YouTube buddies practicing baseball. So he'll hopefully be better and not suck like me. We got Friday Night Lights. We've got action coming all the way. Ryan Irwin, 5-3, really bite us back. Know it. Blues are totally winning it all. Oh, dude. Kirsten, this is totally normal conversation for us. Totally. Oh, Kirsten, sorry. Steamed Caps. Fight at the end of the game. I hope the Panthers don't blow it. But otherwise, everyone, I'm glad you joined me on this salt. I was hoping for a victory lap. There was no victory lap. But tomorrow, on Friday night, we have a Game 6 at PPG Paints Arena. And we're probably going to blow it, but I don't care because I had no goddamn expectations. The towels are going to be flying with fury. Maybe Bald Man will be here, maybe not. But it was a good game. The Rangers had their backs behind the wall, and they responded in kind. Otherwise, everyone, have yourselves a good night. I'll see y'all Friday night. Fuck. I hope Crosby's not out long term, or else I will die. Speaking of which, one more Pens and Avs and Pats fandom. I hope this is not 2014 all over again. Maybe if we had Marc-Andre Fleury and that. If Crosby's